Thanks very much indeed, Will. Well, it's the big game all around Europe this weekend. Manchester United have won the FA Cup. Bayern Munich have completed a double. Paris Saint-Germain have completed a double. Juventus have completed a double. Will Barcelona do likewise on this extraordinary weekend of cup finals all around Europe? You mentioned it, Sevilla will be redoubtable opponents. Yes, their record against Barcelona generally is not great. 1 win in 14. That came in the league earlier this season in Andalusia. Barcelona, of course, having won their last 5 league games to retain their title. Sevilla were off the pace really in terms of qualification for the Champions League. They finished 7th in La Liga, but of course they secured that Champions League qualification thanks to victory over Liverpool in the Europa League. The stage is set. The referee is Carlos del Cerro Grande, which literally means Carlos of the Big Hill. Let's hope he doesn't have a mountain to climb in a disciplinary sense. A hushed crowd waiting for that man to blow his whistle for the Copa del Rey to get underway for 2016. It's the first time these two have ever met in the final. Barcelona have won it a record 27 times. And we're underway. Sevilla are wearing a new special strip for the final. It's all white, and the numbers are rather daubed on the back, as if some great Spanish artists such as Salvador Dali had taken a paintbrush and just swirled the numbers across. Barcelona are in their traditional strip, as you'd expect. The cup holders, these two teams have won 27 trophies between them in the last 10 years, an incredible record. 9 for Sevilla and 18 for Barca. Let me take you through the lineups. If you didn't catch them earlier, Barca make no changes to their team. It's the same one which actually started the cup final last year when they beat Athletic Bilbao. Marc-Andre Ter Stegen is the goalkeeper. The back four's Dani Alves, Gerard Piqué, Javier Mascherano and Jordi Alba. Then it's Ivan Rakitic, Sergio Busquets and Andres Iniesta, and of course Lionel Messi, Luis Suarez and Neymar. 2 changes for Sevilla. Swap in goal. David Soria started against Liverpool. He's been replaced by Sergio Rico, and in midfield Steven Nzonzi, who you'll remember as a midfield player for Stoke and for Blackburn, is suspended and replaced by Vicente Iborra. So it's Sergio Rico in goal. The back four is Mariano, Adil Rami, Daniel Carrizo and Sergio Escudero, as he was against Liverpool. In front of them, Vicente Iborra and the Polish international Grzegorz Krychowiak. Then it's Koke, the captain, who got 2 goals against Liverpool on Wednesday night. Ever Banega and Vitolo, and up front the main man Kevin Gamero. Luis Suarez has just gone down, Adam, holding his head after a little clash with Carrizo. There didn't seem to be too much in it. What are you expecting from this one? I think it's rash a little bit, I think, to make Barcelona odds-on favourites, because Sevilla have won 7 finals in a row.
I mean, they've got a way of playing in cup competition, Sevilla, as we saw against Liverpool, especially in that second half. To win the Europa League 3 times on the spin is an unbelievable feat. It's unheard of in my generation of watching football, and you have to give credit to Sevilla, but you can't be overawed by Barcelona. You try and have to work hard when you haven't got the ball, but you've got to go pressing in the right areas, and what you need to do is stop the likes of Busquets getting on the ball early, trying to dictate play. Rakitic is another player that somebody likes to try and get on the ball, looks for those long diagonals, those runs into the box as well.
Here's Piqué just sliding it across to Mascherano, shaven-headed at the moment. Neymar finds Jordi Alba on this near left-hand side. Neymar scored in the final last year when Athletic Bilbao were beaten by 3 goals to 1. Indeed, Barcelona's last 3 cup wins have all been at the expense of the same team, Atletico, but they've got to get past Sevilla today. Rakitic is a former Sevilla player, just touching the ball back to Piqué again, who crosses halfway and finds Javier Mascherano. Mascherano is a Champions League runner-up with Liverpool, but he's made up for it, of course, since then with Barca. Some of these Barca players, such as Messi and Iniesta and Busquets and Piqué, are all hoping to win Cup winners' medals for the 4th time in their careers today. We haven't seen a touch from Messi as yet, as the ball is given away on the far side by Dani Alves, and Sevilla have been penned back into their own half, look to do do something about that. Twisting and turning is Sergio Escudero, the left back, but he's lost the ball to Lionel Messi. First chance for Messi to get forward, just toe pokes it square to Jordi Alba. Alba finds Neymar within sight of the 18-yard box of Sevilla, just delaying his move at the moment. Plays a 1-2 with Suarez, which doesn't quite come off, and nipping in to intervene and get the ball away was Mariano, the Brazilian right fullback, who you remember so brilliantly set up Kevin Gameiro's equaliser with just seconds gone in the second half against Liverpool.
We can just sort of notice any time that Barcelona get in that final third, the amount of white shirts that really compact themselves in the 18-yard box, trying to stop those little through balls that the likes of Suarez loves trying to play off.
Vitolo has found Gameiro. Gameiro gets into the box. It's Kevin Gameiro! And it was just a slightly heavy touch with the final toe poke from him, which allowed Mascherano to get in and just scoop the ball away. But with just short of 5 minutes played, the Sevilla fans there just felt there might have been an opening. He did well, Gameiro.
He did brilliantly well. He's that person that can certainly win the game tonight for Sevilla. Just coming on that left-hand side. He got a lucky deflection off Piqué, then went back into his path, and it was a good opportunity from him there.
He's on the ball again, but he's offside this time. But well, his goal-scoring exploits have been kept in the shade a little bit by the MSN partnership for Barcelona. But he has scored 29 goals in a team which finished only 7th in La Liga, and he's been by a long way their main goal scorer. Scored in that Super Cup defeat, amazingly, 5-4 against Barcelona. You may remember in Tbilisi, first game of the season for both these clubs. Barcelona in their 61st game of the season, Sevilla in their 63rd. Ball played forward by Sevilla, but it's an aimless one, and it's a straightforward touch for the German goalkeeper Marc-Andre ter Stegen, who started the final last year. Here's Luis Suarez looking for his 60th goal of the season, looking to get past Carrizo. He does that, he finds Messi onto his left foot. It's a very, very good block on the edge of the box, I think, by Iborra. That'll be one of Iborra's main jobs today, I think, to somehow try and help his defenders quell that threat. As Marc-Andre ter Stegen came initially a little bit ill-advisedly out of his box there, but just got a touch in front of Vitolo to get the ball away. Here's Andres Iniesta forward to Messi. Messi wriggles into trouble in the end, and it's just nicked away from him, and Sevilla will try and recoup. He's had a couple of little darts, hasn't he, infield, as you'd expect from his position nominally out wide on the right of that three. And on each occasion so far, the Sevilla coach Unai Emery, first coach ever to win 3 consecutive UEFA or Europa League titles, be pleased that so far Messi's been stifled.
Yeah, he's sort of playing on the right hand side, and he's just trying to pick up pockets of spaces in between the midfield of Sevilla and the back four. He's certainly showed glimpses. If you don't get tight enough to him, he does get on the turn, and he's always trying to look for the likes of Luis Suarez and Neymar down on that left-hand side.
Iniesta with a clever scoop ball forward. Suarez has got a shooting chance. It was a presentable one as well. It just bounced in front of him, and with his right foot, by his standards, it wasn't a great effort. He's dragged it wide of the post. That's what Iniesta can do. And Suarez, uncharacteristically perhaps, didn't do what he's been doing all season, which is put the ball in the net.
Well, Rami, the centre half, he actually slipped, and that created the space for Luis Suarez to go in. But it was a wonderful invention ball from Iniesta. He kind of just scooped it over Rami when he slipped. Bounced up brilliantly for Luis Suarez, and when I saw the opportunity arise, I really thought I'd be hitting the back of the net. He snapped at it a little bit, but showing that Barcelona are so deadly on the counter-attack.
Yeah, it was a lovely little scoop ball by the Barcelona captain Iniesta, who turned 32 just over a week ago. It's his 593rd appearance for his only club today. He's one of the ones who is on the threshold of a 4th Copa del Rey medal. Poor ball forward by Mascherano, just drifts behind the Sevilla goal. Plenty of noise being made by the Sevilla fans inside the stadium. I think it's fair to say, Adam, that Barcelona have pretty much had the better of the opening 9 minutes.
Yeah, you would certainly expect from Luis Enrique's side that they would have a lot of possession in midfield. And Sevilla do look dangerous on the counter-attack. Kevin Gamero is one that has had one or two opportunities, especially when he came in on that left-hand side and tested ter Stegen. But again, he had a one-on-one opportunity where he went past Mascherano, but then just overrun it a little bit.
Here's Gamero trying to get free down the left-hand side. He's not allowed to do so. The intervention was by the redoubtable defensive midfield player Sergio Busquets. Father Carles was a former goalkeeper for Barcelona. His son has exceeded it in terms of being an iconic figure at the club. Here's Jordi Alba finds Neymar. Neymar's the poor relation of three up front. He's only got 30 this season. Here's Busquets pushing into Sevilla territory over on the far side. Finds Lionel Messi, who scampers whilst one challenge and a second, but is eventually tackled somewhat untidily. Koke gets the ball forward. Iborra then tries to find Gamero, but it's gone out of play on the far side of the field. We've had 10 minutes on TalkSport 2 in the Copa del Rey final of 2016. It's Barcelona 0, Sevilla 0. No real clear-cut chances other than the one by Suarez, which he put wide. We haven't seen an effort on target yet, but Barcelona, as you'd expect, are having more of the play, more of the ball certainly. Here's Iniesta finding Neymar. Neymar just tentatively trying to flick the ball past his compatriot Mariano, the Sao Paulo-born Sevilla fullback. And that's a mistake which has presented Sevilla with an unexpected corner. Adil Rami just needed to clear that somehow, but he got his feet in a tangle. It's come off his toe and it's gone behind for a corner kick. It's the first corner of the final, and it offers Barcelona a potential route to goal. This is a goal-laden fixture generally. 43 goals in the last 9 meetings between these two sides. Here's the corner. It's headed away pretty comfortably by Carrizo. Here's Iniesta midway inside the Sevilla half, and usually for him, the pass is misplaced and it goes behind.
I think always when you do play against Barcelona, they can score all kinds of goals, but I think the one goal you'd probably be disappointed conceding is from a set play, because they don't really possess a great deal of height. You look at Piqué, probably their only real out-and-out header of a ball. Messi, Suarez can certainly score with his head, but he's not one that's going to be attacking a corner like a central defender. Busquets, tall player, but he's not necessarily the best in the air. So I think for Sevilla to concede a goal from a set play tonight will be very disappointing.
Busquets would be a decent bet for an unusual first score. He's gone 53 games of a long season without a goal. So in the side for that sort of thing, doesn't really need to be with the three front men. No. The ball has gone out of play close to the Barcelona corner flag on the far side, courtesy of Ivan Rakitic, who says he won't celebrate if he scores in the final because of his respect for his former employers Sevilla, with whom he won the Europa League in the middle of those 3 consecutive triumphs.
He's been excellent, hasn't he, since he's joined Barcelona, taking over that Xavi role that he's been brilliant all season with his assists.
Ball is just whacked in with pace from the far post, from the far side, and it eluded everyone in the box and went away for a throw. In fact, it's going to be a corner. I beg your pardon. Just a flick on the way through. So, questionable first test for Marc-Andre ter Stegen, the very tall former Borussia Mönchengladbach goalkeeper. Sevilla do have tall men up from the back, Rami and Carrizo, the two centre-halves. It looks like the corner might be taken short to Ever Banega, a deep one, and it's just a little bit too high for the man on the far post to get a decent header on it. Back it comes in towards ter Stegen's goal, but it's a very harmless delivery from out wide, and it comes to nothing. Victor Iborra was the player, Vicente Iborra I should say, was the player who got that initial flick header, but it was too high for him. there in the box as well, although Vimbor is saying to Senor del Cerro Grande that he feels his shirt was pulled in the area. Still goalless in the final. Extra time and penalties, of course, if that remains the case after 90 minutes. You wouldn't bet on it with these two. Here's Iniesta, square ball across to Dani Alves. He finds Messi. Square ball by him, back to Alves again, but they've lost the ball, but only for a second because Messi was pulled back by Vitolo, and it's going to be a free kick to Barcelona midway inside the Sevilla half.
I think you just see with Sevilla that in the first 25 minutes, I think they're just going to try and stifle Barcelona and not them, allow them to get in that free-flowing passing and that movement that they always have in that final third.
Iniesta with a lovely little drag back. The ball is played out wide towards Neymar. Neymar tries the same trick and then makes a mess of it. It was one of those little pirouette turns with the drag back with both feet that Iniesta managed to complete successfully, and then Neymar made a mess of.
I mean, Iniesta, you lose the amount of compliments that you could really make of him of being a top-class midfielder. We covered the game last week on TalkSport 2 against Granada, and he was absolutely excellent. Just keeps the ball ticking over, 1-2 touches all the time.
Corner for Barca. Rakitic takes it again. It's gone all the way through. Suarez tries to keep it alive on the far side and isn't able to do so. So neither of Barcelona's corners have caused any great problems for Sevilla. The first one was headed firmly away. The second one just went across everybody in the 6-yard box. A slightly concerned look from the Barcelona manager Luis Enrique, a treble winner last season, looking to be a double winner this. They have lifted the cup in this stadium in the past, the Vicente Calderón Barcelona. They won it against Gijón in 1981, and then in 2012 when they defeated Athletic Bilbao. Alves prevented a corner by sliding across and scooping the ball away for a throw-in instead. 16 minutes played. Barcelona 0, Sevilla 0 on TalkSport 2. Bringing you all the action from all the big games in Spain throughout the season. It's come off Iniesta for another throw after the initial dart by Vitolo. Mariano takes the throw. Might come through here to Koke. Scored in the Europa League until he got 2 against Liverpool. Now then, this is a promising run, and Koke, after the cutback by Vitolo, has made a real hash of his effort on goal, and that it was. It almost ended up behind him, but here comes Sevilla again with Escudero. It's a dangerous one into the box. It's flapped away at the near post by Ter Stegen. Good cross whipped in with pace by Sergio Escudero out wide on the left-hand side, but the opportunity before it for Koke was an excellent one, and having got a couple of goals on Wednesday night, you would have bet on him, but he made a complete mess of it.
Well, I think it was an easier chance than the Luis Suarez one. It opened up for him brilliantly, but he made an absolute hash of it. Completely missed, hit the shot. Almost ended up going out for a throw-in from inside the 18-yard box, but Vitolo again goes down the line, goes past Alba, then cuts it back, and it was a real clear opportunity there for the Sevilla captain.
Both Vitolo and Koke featured in all 3 of Sevilla's recent Europa League triumphs in 5 UEFA Cup / Europa League finals and 2 in this competition. They have won all 7. So they're not a team or a club that suffer from big night nerves.
Slightly opposite to the Jurgen Klopp stat that he's lost 5 finals, isn't he? And
Messi's just been brought down on the far side after the ball was initially won. Unai Emery just paces the technical area for Sevilla. He's done a fantastic job since arriving as coach in January of 2013. He's the only manager ever to win 3 successive European titles in the same competition. Now then, Barcelona have a free kick, which Lionel Messi, as you'd expect, on that right-hand side of the field is perhaps relishing with a swish of his left foot. It's very, very wide, almost adjacent to the touchline. Here's Messi's delivery, and the flag had gone up in any case before the clearing header by Vicente Iborra. And nothing. There was just a push on Iborra in the box, which is the reason why the flag went up via the assistant on the far side. Juan Yuste and Roberto Alonso are the two linesmen. Yuste will be at Euro 2016 as an assistant referee, as will the fourth official tonight, Jesus Gil Manzano. Here's Koke, decent ball in, the ball just cut back by Gamero. There was a Sevilla player arriving, he didn't get there, and there's a counter-attack now from Ivan Rakitic. Ivan Rakitic finds Suarez far side, Suarez back to Messi, Messi square to Iniesta, 20-30 yards from the Sevilla goal. It's come out to Dani Alves, Alves low cross, it's just smacked away by Adil Rami.
It's the first time that Sevilla had really lost their shape in that midfield, where they've been so dominant and very, very good, and Rakitic then just got on the counter-attack and ran 20-30 yards, but in the end they got the numbers back and made it difficult for Barcelona to break through.
The Barcelona attack has broken down. They've conceded a throw on the far side. 20 minutes gone. Sevilla fans swirling their red and white scarves in the air. They'll have been pleased to walk into this stadium, the Vicente Calderón, because of course it's liveried in the colours of Atletico Madrid, which is also red and white. So the seats are all red and white. Everything's red and white in this stadium. They're wearing all white with red socks today, but that is their traditional strip, of course. Barcelona are nominally the home side in this Copa del Rey final. That's why they're wearing their traditional strip, and Sevilla have had to change. Interesting, taking a look at Unai Emery and talking about his achievements linked with Everton, perhaps. We're hearing Adam, would he go there?
Well, it's certainly an opportunity to manage in the Premier League. Could he take Sevilla any further than what he's done already? 3 Europa League titles. Are they ever going to win the Champions League? Probably not. Are they ever going to win La Liga? Again, probably not, with the strength of the two Madrid sides and Barcelona. I mean, the quality of Everton, they have got a good squad there. I think they just need a better direction, and I'm sure that he could entice one or two of his Sevilla players to come and join him in the Premier League. Kevin Gamero will be certainly somebody he would love to bring with him, and I don't think it'd be the worst appointment if Everton decide to go with him.
Gamero's been linked with Barcelona actually this week as well, so interesting that he's potentially, none of this is official of course by any means. Anyway, Barcelona have a corner on the far side. Lionel Messi whips it in, and well, he elected to punch rather than catch that Sergio Rico. What baffles me slightly when goalkeepers are not under any kind of pressure and they elect to fist the ball away rather than just grab it with both hands.
I mean, any time I've covered European games, it must be in the coaching manual for European goalkeepers to punch everything. I don't really understand. He didn't have anybody around him. Of course it was, slightly surprised him, but you'd be expecting the goalkeeper to at least catch that. It's a simple thing to do, but so many times they do tend to punch it.
And the result, of course, is that Barcelona, who are masters of it, are able to just pick up the ball again, keep it, and try and work something on this left-hand side. Jordi Alba is well tackled by Mariano. He had a terrific game, didn't he, Mariano, against Liverpool, and he started this one pretty well. Neymar's not had too much luck down that left-hand side yet.
He's been very good, Mariano, playing in that right-back role. I've just noticed 2 or 3 times now players are slipping quite consistently. Mariano there, he slipped, but he managed to get out and stop the cross coming in from Jordi Alba.
Just watch another replay of that punch by Sergio Rico. I mean, it was a reasonable delivery by Messi, but nothing that you'd think he wouldn't be able to handle. He did handle it, but he should have claimed it, I would have thought. Still goalless. We're almost midway through the opening half. Hasn't yet been the classic that these two teams have served up in recent seasons. 9-goal thriller back in August in Tbilisi. There's a Sevilla player down injured, but play carries on with the Andalusians in possession. The ball played back by Mariano. In the end, it's come to not very much. clipped in towards Koke. Koke just pushes it forward to Gamero inside the box. He wants someone around that penalty spot area to find, but there's no one there, and Barcelona get the ball clear up towards halfway, and Sevilla's turn perhaps to ask a couple of questions. Gamero chases down the right flank and just getting across there to clip the ball out of play. It's Jordi Alba, the left back.
I just think the way that Sevilla are playing, they are really compact in that midfield, and they're more worried about the Barcelona counter-attack. So when Gamero gets it in that final third, when he looks up there, it was only really Koke that was in the middle trying to support him.
Long throw by Sevilla, cleared by Mascherano, and then hoofed away on the full by Busquets. So it's another throw to Sevilla, level with the edge of the 18-yard box on this near right-hand side. Mariano with another long one. That's clearly a tactic. It's half cleared by Barcelona. The volley is miskicked not once but twice by Krikoviak. And in the end, his final miss-hit shot went bouncing into the box, and two Sevilla players in front of Marco Ter Stegen were offside.
They keep the ball alive brilliantly, and I don't think he's offside there, Krikoviak. Dani Alves on the top of our screen, as we can see him here on the right-hand side of the defence, plays him on, and it was Iborra that had the final flick.
Got too much on it, Vicente Iborra. Levante man, he's in his 47th appearance of the season. He's chipped in with 9 goals, including one against Barcelona in that 2-1 win in October.
He's certainly effective more in that attacking role for Sevilla.
Just over 25 minutes gone. Neymar just pushes it back to Jordi Alba. Here's Iniesta, who skips effortlessly the challenge of Iborra and finds Messi. Messi thinks about a shot. Instead, he's played a low ball in towards Suarez, but it was a long way in front of him, and in the end, it was a pounce onto the ball by Sergio Rico. I haven't seen the best of Messi yet.
Him and Neymar have been pretty quiet in these first 25 minutes, John, and that's credit to Sevilla, the way that they've really set up to be compact in that midfield, and that little through ball there from about 25 yards, trying to get Suarez into the 18-yard box, is a ball that Barcelona are trying to play more often. Sevilla are really happy when the ball goes out wide to the flanks, especially the two fullbacks of Barcelona, of Alba and Alves, for crosses to come in. You'd expect your two centre-halves to be winning your headers against the likes of Suarez.
Barcelona 0, Sevilla 0 it remains in the final of the Copa del Rey on TalkSport 2, your home of Spanish football. Good tackle by Dani Alves, who's not only won the ball but prevented it from going out for a corner. The lofted ball over the top is miscontrolled by Vitolo. Goes behind for a goal kick. Only really the Luis Suarez shot wide early on has demonstrated anything like something close to a goal so far. It's been fairly muted. Here's Gerard Piqué just strolling along the edge of the 18-yard box and playing a square ball to Javier Mascherano, who's won this trophy twice with Barcelona. He'd be another good bet for a long odds first score. He's never scored for Barcelona, would you believe, Mascherano? Mariano has the ball in his hands right in front of his coach Unai Emery in that technical area, throws in, but Sevilla lose possession. Iniesta just toe pokes it back to Busquets. Busquets finds Rakitic. Rakitic just got Messi just on the right hand side. Messi with a little dart forward, plays the 1-2, it doesn't come off. It's very well defended on the edge of the box, and Sevilla might break here. It's Koke. It's a ball down the right and on the left hand side. It wasn't a very good one, and it all came to nothing. Messi, of course, scored an absolute worldie in the last final against Bilbao, with a jinking run from pretty much inside his own half all the way through to score. Here's Jordi Alba. He scored a vital goal himself, and he doesn't get many in the last European finals when Spain beat Italy by 4-0. Here's Busquets finding Messi, lovely little turn. Leo Messi Still can't find the last ball though. He's been frustrated, hasn't he, so far? He's got past men. That part of his game is working well, but he's just not quite able to particularly find Suarez tonight. They've been absolutely the same wavelength all season. Here's Iniesta finding Alba, bit of space for him down the left-hand side, finds Neymar back to Iniesta midway inside the Sevilla half. Barcelona again just playing keep ball. Mascherano spreads it out wide. It's just touched by Dani Alves back to Sergio Busquets. Back it comes to Piqué. Jordi Alba left-hand side, pushes it down the line towards Neymar, who's had very little change out of his compatriot Mariano, but that's a good ball into Jordi Alba, who gets the low cross in, and it's smothered away for a corner. It was better from Neymar and Alba down that left.
I mean, they've defended brilliantly so far, Sevilla, stopping crosses coming in when he gets more nearer to that 18-yard box, but if you stop the sources of Messi, Suarez and Neymar, the rest of the side don't really score many goals. I think Rakitic has got 7, but apart from that, they're not really a free-flowing scoring side.
Here is Rakitic crossing the ball into the box. It's cleared only as far as Dani Alves, who lets fly from, it was 30 yards at least. It was a low right footer from the Brazilian fullback, and just for a moment it had Sergio Rico slightly worried, but it was always veering wide.
It was a decent strike there from Dani Alves when it came out to 25 yards out.
One goal this season, Dani Alves, that was in this competition right back in the round of 32 when they defeated Villanovense, a lower league side, 6-1 on aggregate. Both of these teams came in at the round of 32. They've had 3 shots on goal apiece so far in this game. None have really troubled either goalkeeper, and Sevilla pretty pleased with the way the opening half hour has gone. We're over 30 minutes now. Here's Mariano trying to thread it through to Iborra. The cover was there, but Barcelona have conceded a throw-in inside their own half with Mascherano making the challenge. Here's Koke, who's usually a right fullback, but is playing on the right of the midfield 3 and did such great effect against Jurgen Klopp's Liverpool earlier this week. Neymar's claiming a handball. Not sure whether the referee has given a free kick there or a throw-in. Judging by Neymar's protestations, I would suggest it's probably only a throw. What happened was that Adil Rami, the Frenchman who won the French Cup with Lille 5 years ago, actually headed it while on the ground. He dived full length and just nodded the ball out of play with his head, virtually with his cheek on the grass. Here's Mascherano, the 2016 Copa del Rey final, as yet hasn't really produced any major sparks from anyone. Here's Iniesta, who's as likely to provide it as anyone, but he can't find Neymar. And again, it's well defended by Sevilla. I think they're pleased, Sevilla, that Adil Rami has passed that fitness test. He had that spasm against Liverpool, went down. You remember him begging to be taken off, and he's an important man for them and has been tonight as well.
Oh, he has been, and since he's joined, I think, for about €3.5 million that they paid for him, he's been exceptional this season. He's a leader. Saw him play plenty of times at AC Milan, and certainly been an excellent signing for Sevilla this season, and tonight he's showing again his organisation. You can just see him with his arms out all the time. He's constantly talking to the players in and around him. That's so important as an experienced centre-half, that, okay, he might not be the fastest on the pitch, but his reading of the game is exceptional.
He's chipped in with a couple of goals in the Cup as well. He scored in the big win in the round of 16 against local rivals Real Betis, big derby. They won that comfortably, 4-0 at home. He also scored in a 4-0 win in the semi-final against Celta Vigo. As I mentioned, these two sides have been smashing the goals in their cup campaigns this season. 47 between them in 16 games. None really has at any stage been threatened by anybody in this competition so far, but it's the most even game for both of them, I think, tonight so far. Good tackle to deny Iborra. Barcelona have it again. The ball is swept across field to Jordi Alba, who almost leaves the ball behind and then pushes it up to Andres Iniesta. Iniesta tumbles over. It's going to be a free kick. The foul was committed by his opposite captain, Koke. Iniesta's quickly back on his feet, sauntering along the halfway line to find Gerard Piqué. Piqué's got Busquets for company, who rarely does very much other than threading everything together, but does it so well. He's the sort of player, imagine he wins too many man of the match awards, but he's always a pivotal part of this Barcelona setup, and without him you just get the impression it will be a lot weaker. Here he is on the ball again, finds Rakitic, the Croatian, Piqué, and now Mascherano just inside the Sevilla half. The dummy by Iniesta doesn't work, and Sevilla win the ball back with Ever Banega, the Argentine midfield player. Has been fairly quiet so far. Plays the ball out to Escudero on the far side. Down the line by him. It's cut out by Busquets, who finds Rakitic, and now Iniesta, and suddenly Neymar is on his bike, and so too is Jordi Alba in a lot of space on this near side. Iniesta hasn't spotted him, but he has spotted Messi. Messi inside the box, plays it in towards Iniesta again. It's not a good touch though by the Barcelona skipper. It's gone out of play, and that little saunty upfield by Barcelona comes to nothing.
That was good counter-attack play there from Barcelona, but he just felt when it went into Iniesta, he tried to put Messi back in with a little 1-2. Certainly the shot was more of a favourable option when the captain got the ball into the box. But say, going back to Busquets, he's vital to the way that this team plays. He sits in front of Piqué and Mascherano, and for the majority of the game they actually play with a back three, and that allows the likes of Alba and Alvarez to really bomb on as much as possible, knowing that they can actually go out and just fill in those little gaps when they do go forward. So sometimes a part of the games they do play with a three.
Here's a chance for Gamero, who claimed he was brought down inside the box. I think the referee's going to give a free kick just outside. Kevin Gamero, who had a sort of, oh my goodness, it's a sending off. Oh my word, Barcelona are down to 10 men. It came out of nothing. The ball over the top. Gamero went through. The referee has ruled that was a professional foul, and I think Javier Mascherano, shaking his head, is walking off the pitch 9 minutes before half-time. Now this could change everything. Gamero and Mascherano both went for the same ball. It didn't look an obvious foul to me, but Gamero went headlong into the box. He was claiming a penalty, and we're going to have a look at it again, Adam. Well, it looks like he's got hold of his shirt and he's pulled him down, and arguably that's a goal-scoring opportunity outside the box, which means the referee's got it absolutely right.
It's a great decision from the referee. You were talking about the way that Barcelona could be hurt tonight. It's Gamero's place that gets in behind Piqué and Mascherano. It's the right call. One, it is outside the box, so it's not a penalty, that's right. And for me, the minute I saw it, I thought red card straight away.
Well, Koke's just gone and whispered in the ear of Kevin Gamero something or other. But Barcelona have problems. Down to 10 men. Javier Mascherano, the former Liverpool midfield player, has been sent off. And Marc-Andre ter Stegen is organising a defensive wall to face a very, very inviting looking free kick for Sevilla, whose fans are twirling their scarves in anticipation of this one. There are several players possibly lining it up. Koke is one. Well, there are 4 Sevilla players in the wall. There's the free kick, and it's brilliantly tipped over the bar by Marc-Andre ter Stegen. Ever Banega with his right foot got it up and over the wall and under the bar as well. It was a good free kick, and it was a good save as well, and it's the first genuine save of the match so far.
Yeah, I mean, it was to Sagan's side, so you would expect him to certainly get a hand on it and tip it over the bar, but it was a good free kick there.
Corner's been quickly taken by Sevilla, who will feel against 10 men they've got every chance, but very poor cross from the far side, goes bouncing where it hits the corner flag actually and goes behind for a goal kick. But Adam, that's going to change everything, isn't it? Because Barcelona, first and foremost, are going to have to completely reshuffle with Mascherano having exited from the centre of the defence.
I mean, we'll soon see, but you'd expect Busquets then to fill into that role where Mascherano was. You're probably looking at Neymar just to probably drop a little bit deeper to help with that midfield role. You still kind of leave Suarez and Messi up top.
Well, 10-man Barcelona with Lionel Messi looking to get the ball forward to Neymar, who's gone crashing down under a very, very solid challenge. And the referee is involved again. Neymar felt that he was impeded there as the ball came through. He seemed to jump over the tackle of Escudero and then into him and fall over, but the referee has given Barcelona a free kick. It's just inside the Sevilla half. It's taken short to Rakitic and comes all the way back to Piqué. Here's Busquets. Is he the man who's going to fill in at centre half for Mascherano? You'd imagine so.
I mean, he's certainly gone in there, but just seeing how Barcelona are trying to play, it seems like they're going like a 3-3-3. And now they're sort of going into that midfield role with Iniesta and Rakitic, and then Messi sort of in that number 10 role. Neymar still out on his left-hand side, and also Suarez up front on his own. So in England it tends to be 4-4-1, but
that's right. It's very noticeable, isn't it, that Busquets has taken up a left-sided position. So we've got Dani Alves, Piqué and Busquets, and Jordi Alba has pushed slightly more forward. Messi goes over on the halfway line and wins a free kick to Barcelona. 5 minutes to go to half-time on TalkSport 2. The free kick is taken very quickly, ill-advisedly, straight at the goalkeeper. I think the referee's going to organise it to be retaken. Javier Mascherano has just slumped down into his seat. Will play no further part, and we'll have to play a watching brief in this Copa del Rey final, which hasn't been high on thrills and spills yet, but has had a major development in that sending off, which we'd have to give credit to Carlos del Cerro Grande. He got absolutely 100% correct. Here's Ever Banega, who couldn't quite score from the resulting free kick, but will be enjoying perhaps a bit more space in midfield. Here's Vitolo looking to take on Dani Alves. Plays a little cute ball inside, but Barcelona deal with it pretty well. Rakitic got back and cannoned the ball back off a Sevilla player, and it's a goal kick to Barcelona with 41 minutes played.
I think what the referee did well, John, was that he took his time before he gave the red card. I think he looked over towards his linesman. He then certainly gave him the call that it was going to be a red card, and it is the right decision. We've just seen a replay again on our screens. He's through on goal, Kevin Guerrero. He's been brought down by Javier Mascherano. Referee took his time. He was surrounded by Barcelona players trying to plead Mascherano's incident, and he's got it 100% right. Both decisions, one not a penalty and two a red card.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, it was good refereeing. So, can Sevilla win 2 trophies in 5 days? Their fans certainly believe they can. Unai Emery, I'm sure, would agree that Barcelona may only have 10 men, but they're not bad, those 10, are they? It's still going to be difficult, I think, for Sevilla to keep loose.
Yeah, I mean, people seem to think that playing against 10 men is very, very easy, whatever level of football you play at. But it's very, very difficult, and the way that Barcelona can counter-attack with the front three, you can never turn off and be not concentrate. It's important now that Sevilla keep the ball, keep Barcelona moving all the time, because they've still got good players, even with 10 men, to keep the ball for a period of time.
Well, they won't keep it here because free kick's been awarded for a foul on Jordi Alba on the near side. Neymar also went flying over. I think at the moment Luis Enrique will be looking forward to the half-time whistle just to get them back in and sort out how they're going to tackle the whole of the second half a man light. Ter Stegen plays it out to Dani Alves. Alves towards the halfway line. It drops perfectly for Messi, who plays a diagonal ball into Neymar, who's certainly not had the best of halves so far, but he's kept the ball in on this near side, the Brazilian, and trying to jink his way past Mariano, but Mariano again has recovered well and got his foot in. He's had no change out of his fellow Brazilian at all, Neymar, and he's being jeered now by the Sevilla fans.
Yeah, he's been absolutely excellent. Mariano, the fullback of Sevilla. At the moment, we were sort of saying the footballing game, he's got Neymar in his pocket. He's not really had a chance, the Brazilian left winger, to really show his qualities. He's just sort of drifting in and out of the game at the moment. He needs to be more involved.
He's got 3 goals in his last 5 games after going 5 without scoring. Neymar. Rakitic will take the corner in the penultimate minute of the opening half of this cup final. In it comes, there's the header, and that's the closest that Barcelona have come, and it's Gerard Piqué, who you mentioned, Adam, is the one man who can produce a threat from set pieces, and did there, but his header was too high.
That was a great ball in from Rakitic, and he just got a great run. They lost Koke, and it was a good header from the Spaniard, but just agonisingly went over. But he's the only player from a set play that Sevilla have to keep an eye on, so they'll be disappointed he even got a free header on that opportunity from the corner.
Piqué's last goal was against Sevilla back in February in Barcelona's 2-1 home win in La Liga, which helped them to retain the title. Can they retain the cup as well? At the moment, well, it's incredibly finely poised, isn't it? Sevilla will be disappointed, I think, not to prevail against 10 men. But then again, Barcelona, if they were watching yesterday, Manchester United, of course, won the cup, ending the game with 10 men when Chris Smalling was sent off. Free kick to Barca just inside the Sevilla half. We're bang on 45 minutes. Remains to be seen how much the fourth official will add on. Not a huge amount, I wouldn't have thought. Might be the last chance for Barcelona to create something. Here's Messi finding Neymar. Neymar wants to shoot on his right foot, then his left. Great run by Neymar. Neymar finds Messi, and Messi gets his foot underneath it and sees his shot deflected high up and over the crossbar for a corner.
That was wonderful free from Neymar. He just comes inside, goes past Rami, then sets up.
It's the one time we've seen Neymar looking like his old self, really, today, isn't it? He's just the best at games, but that was great.
Yeah, then he sets up Messi, but then you just look at the white shirts going out there to close him down as soon as possible.
Another corner. It probably will be the last chance, because only 1 minute has been added on and we're a fair chunk through that already. Rakitic's corner, it's a deep one. It's come out to Dani Alves. Alves with a diagonal ball into the box. It's headed clear, and suddenly here's Kevin Gamero for Sevilla, but he can't control it. And Jordi Alba, who was the last man back for Barcelona, was able to just flick it back to Marc-Andre Ter Stegen. And the referee blows his whistle for half-time at the Vicente Calderon Stadium in the Copa del Rey final 2016. It's goalless, but significantly we've had a sending off. Javier Mascherano dismissed for a professional foul on Kevin Gamero. It's just outside the box. The King, Felipe, fittingly with the Copa del Rey, the King's Cup, has gone for his half-time refreshments in the posh seats, and the rest of the fans settle down after a goalless first half on TalkSport 2. At half-time in the Copa del Rey final, it's Barcelona 0, Sevilla 0. Thank you very much indeed, Will. Well, it wasn't a thriller, to be perfectly honest, in that first half. Maybe one chance each. Luis Suarez putting a shot wide for Barcelona early on, and then a save by Marc-Andre Ter Stegen to keep out a free kick by Ever Banega. But the substitution at half-time has been made by Luis Enrique, of course, down to 10 men after Javier Mascherano was sent off, and he's removed the former Sevilla midfield player Ivan Rakitic and has brought on the French international defender Jérémy Mathieu, who has been a substitute in the last 2 games and gets his chance. He's been out with a fairly long and irritating injury from his point of view, as the first shot comes in the second half from Banega, who tested at Andre ter Stegen with that free kick. It's a low shot this time, which has just deflected off Gerard Piqué and gone away for the first corner of the second half. I'll ask Adam about that substitution in just a moment, and I'll take you through the lineups as they stand as well. But first of all, Sevilla have a corner. It looks like it might be a short one in execution. It's swung in, and well, after all that, it was completely wasted. It was touched across to Sergio Escudero, and the left back has hoofed it way over everybody's head. I think it might have gone out of play and back into a dreadful corner manoeuvre. But what about the substitution then? We've got Rakitic off and Mathieu on. I suppose it makes sense that he's shoring up the defence and perhaps allowing the platform for the more gifted players in front of him.
Well, I think Jeremy Mathieu coming on is an obvious choice for Luis Enrique. He came on last weekend when Mascherano picked up an injury against Granada just towards the end of the game, so they now go back to their traditional flat back four.
And now they've got a chance. It's Neymar, but he's just offside. He just scampered down the inside left channel from the ball by Andres Iniesta. He's waving an admonishing finger at the referee, but well, he's got a right to as well. We've just seen it frozen. Neymar was onside there. He was very, very wide, but certainly not offside.
It was Carrizo in the middle. The number 6 for Sevilla was playing him on. It's twice now that linesman's given the wrong decision for offsides. One to Sevilla in the first half, and now one to Barcelona in the second. It looks like Dani Alves is going to play a little bit more towards the midfield.
Well, we had Busquets just pushing back for Barcelona. Sevilla are on the attack at the moment. Here's Mariano, who had an excellent first half. He kept Neymar, in your words, Adam, in his pocket, which was a good description. Neymar's had very little change out of him today. Ball is hoisted clear by Barcelona, who have Marc-Andre ter Stegen in goal. Nominally across the back they have Dani Alves, Gerard Piqué, Jeremy Mathieu and Jordi Alba, although the two fullbacks will, I think, take in turns to get forward whenever they can. Sergio Busquets and Andres Iniesta in front of them, and Lionel Messi, Luis Suarez and Neymar. Even Rakitic was substituted at half-time to allow Mathieu to come on because Javier Mascherano was dismissed 9 minutes before half-time for a professional foul on Kevin Gamero, which took place just outside the penalty area. Sevilla have Sergio Rico in goal, a back four of Mariano, Adil Rami, who was declared fit before the game, Daniel Carrizo and Sergio Escudero. Then it's Vicente Iborra and Gregor Krikoviak, Koke, Eva Banega and Vitolo. And up front, Kevin Gamero, whose foul on him led to the Mascherano dismissal. So Barcelona facing a second half with 10 men. What will Luis Enrique have, other than making a substitution, have had to say about the way that Barcelona will need to approach the second half?
I think he'd just be looking for a little bit more quality in the final thirds. As I was saying earlier, that when the likes of Messi and Neymar have quiet games, it certainly affects the flow in that final third for Barcelona, because they are so productive in their assists and their goals as well. But you can just see when they're off the ball, they're actually go back to a 4-4-1 with Suarez leading line, Messi coming down to the right hand side. But when they go on the counter attack, it's literally whoever's nearest the ball will go running after, and then they just have to fill in for each other.
Here's Gamero for Sevilla, coming forward with positive intentions. Now it's Vitolo, little ball infield to Banega, who wants to strike it. Oh, it's hit the inside of the post and come out. That is by far the nearest we've come to a goal, and Barcelona were very lucky not to concede it. Ter Stegen was beaten. Crisp blow drive from Banega inside of the goalkeeper's right hand post and back out again. What a chance for Sevilla early in the second half to take the advantage against the 10 men.
It was a brilliant strike from Eva Banega. Ter Stegen doesn't get anywhere near it. It's beaten all the way. Just takes a small clip off Gerard Piqué's foot that does actually divert it onto the post, and it goes across the line, and certainly a lucky escape there for Barcelona.
Well, that was mere millimetres, because it hit the inside of the post, and probably more often than not they end up in the back of the net. But on this occasion it's come out almost along the line, probably only about 6 inches in front of it, and then away to safety as far as Barcelona concerned. But 5 minutes gone, in the second period on TalkSport 2, the Copa del Rey final, and against the 10 men Sevilla, I think Unai Emery has said to them, let's take the game to them, let's make the numerical advantage count. That's what they're doing. Here's Gamero trying to cut it back from the byline. It was a slithering challenge by Gerard Piqué, and Sevilla have got themselves a corner and another opportunity to perhaps get a little luckier than they were when Banega hit the post.
I just think in this second half now, Unai Emery will just say to his side, you have to start believing a little bit more that you can pick apart this Barcelona side with 10 men.
Corner's been taken short again. It's very much been the order of the day from Sevilla, but here's Vitolo inside the Barcelona box, gets to the byline, cuts it back, it's blocked by Piqué, it's come out to Banega, and then Iniesta scuffs it away, and Messi looking to counter-attack. It's not been his night so far, but he's won a free kick here. He was caught in a sandwich of two white-shirted Seville players and the referee, Carlos del Cerro Grande, who made a very, very good decision in the first half to send off Mascherano and award a free kick, not a penalty. Now then, we're just seeing a slow-mo here of Suarez getting his forearm into the face of Gamero, and as we know about Suarez, he's got form, of course.
Yeah. I'm sure if that was the other way around, Luis Suarez would be rolling around.
Yes, undoubtedly. But it's a free kick to Barcelona. It's hit long. We don't tend to go route one. They have this time, and it came to nothing. Suarez, who's a good deal shorter than the two central defenders, Rami and Carrizo, for Sevilla, was comprehensively out-jumped there. Here's Alves back to Piqué. How much does it compromise Barcelona's way of playing when they do have a man short? Because they like to keep the ball, but it's not as easy, of course. There's a long ball into the ball. They've played a couple of long balls just recently. Suarez controlled it and has teed up Messi 20 yards from goal. Messi with a swirling, dangerous cross, which is knocked back in towards Messi, who can't get a header in. Cleared by Sevilla. And the referee, I think, has halted play because two players have gone down after a clash of heads inside the penalty area.
It was a great header there from Carrizo, the centre half. Messi going in, both committed to it. They do clash heads with each other. It did look a nasty incident. But going back to your point, John, is that now they really have only got that one target man of Suarez up there. Usually they have Messi and Neymar to really pick off higher up the pitch.
It was a nasty collision actually between Carrizo and Messi. It's completely accidental, but both of them grimacing as they hit the deck. Messi looks to have come off it worse and is lying on his back, holding his head with his right hand. And there's a nasty looking swelling you can see there on his forehead. Doesn't look good for the Barcelona Magic Man, looking for his fourth medal in this competition. The La Liga all-time record scorer. He's now scored 503 for club and country, having reached 500 earlier this year. There's a long discussion going on between Luis Enrique and his assistants. Well, they've lost Mascherano to a sending off. The last thing they want is Messi to be taken off injured. They have already made one substitution, of course, with Mathieu coming on for Rakitic. Messi, I think it's going to be okay. A little shake of his head, gets to his feet. The ball is at the feet of Sergio Escudero, who didn't see get forward very much in the first half, but he has in the second now. As if to make matters worse for Barcelona, Luis Suarez has gone down. Now that is worrying. I don't know if it's cramp. I don't think it is cramp. One of the Sevilla players has gone over to try and lift Suarez's foot up and put pressure on it like they do when it's a cramp, and Suarez said no, that's not it. So Messi has just got off the floor having suffered a head injury, and suddenly Suarez, who's looking for his 60th goal of the season, remember, is now holding his face, and the referee is telling the Barcelona physio to come on. It's the first sort of stoppage we've had. Just looking at it again, Suarez laid the ball back to Messi and then immediately just went down on his haunches. It looks like his right leg, his knee or his calf or his hamstring, I'm not sure which part of it, but certainly Suarez, under no pressure at all, has suffered an injury, which is never a good thing.
No, it's not, and straight away you can just see the physios of Barcelona calling over to Luis Enrique to say that a substitution will have to be made with Luis Suarez. It's certainly to do with his hamstring, and when the Sevilla player came out thinking it was cramp. Yes, I mean, that's the last thing. If you pulled your hamstring, you don't need it to be stretched out anymore.
It's probably not medically a terribly good idea to players to start taking things into their own hands.
No,
let the physios get on and deal with it. It's the answer. Sorry, I'll cut you off there.
No, and he's certainly looking a lot more. Then he's gone and stretched for it as well.
Yeah, we got a lovely view of it there. He stretched his right foot out to try and win the ball. He did make contact with it, but then when he landed, you can almost feel it as he winces in pain. He's not going to continue. He's hobbling off the pitch. He doesn't need a stretcher, thankfully, and there is going to be a substitution with Rafinha, the Brazilian, coming on as the second Barcelona substitute, joining Jeremy Mathieu, who replaced Javier Mascherano at half-time. So Suarez is not going to get his 60 goals this season. He's gone off. Meanwhile, Gregor Krychowiak is receiving treatment. He's being bandaged up by the Sevilla physio. So a game where the physios hadn't been seen at all has now turned into an episode of casualty. Rafinha is about to come on. His father was a World Cup winner with Brazil in 1994.
It seems like the situation with Luis Suarez, just looking back now, the replays that we do get on our screens now, I think he just came out with his hamstring was very tight when that cross came in from Messi, and then Messi went down with the head injury. You could see that he was stretching his hamstring after he passed the ball, and then all of a sudden you get that long diagonal out. A couple of minutes later, he stretched for it and he's landed on it, and all of a sudden you can see straight away he's in a considerable amount of pain, and you can tell straight away that he couldn't carry on.
Here Sevilla with Koke trying to get forward, beautifully tackled in midfield though by Busquets. Rafinha's not the same sort of player as Suarez is. He's more of an attacking midfielder than a striker, and he's had his own fair share of injuries this season. It's only his 11th appearance of the campaign, and his first in fact in the cup competition, so he's making his tournament debut for this season in the final. Barcelona have won a won a corner I should say, on the far side, and Jeremy Mathieu, the central defender, is one of those who's gone up to try and get on the end of it. It's not a very good delivery, and it's easily knocked away in front of the near post, and Sevilla will try and counter-attack. Here's Vitolo, who's going backwards at the moment, and finds Carrizo, who plays a square ball to his defensive partner Adil Rami, who, like the rest of the Sevilla defenders, had a very, very good first half. It's a testament to them that Messi and Neymar were pretty quiet overall.
I just seen Rafinha coming on. He got on that right-hand side as a right winger. Busquets, Iniesta, Neymar on the left, and now be Lionel Messi leading that line where Suarez was.
It's quite a reshuffle. Here's Krychowiak, who seems to have recovered from his particular ailments. Into the box goes Iborra. Barcelona have managed to get that one clear, but they're still rather penned in by the corner flag on this near side. Dani Alves does well to clip the ball away, but it's come out only as far as Krychowiak again, who finds Escudero. Nice touch by him. Koke. Here's Banega, who can hit them. Chips it into the box. It was a good idea. Gamero had read the intention, but the ball went over his head and into the arms of Ter Stegen.
It was good play there from Sevilla. Was just trying to let that little one over the top, but Barcelona just really squeezing again, like Sevilla really doing in that first half, making it difficult.
Here's Messi finding Jordi Alba. Alba back to Lionel Messi, who's seemingly got the cobwebs out after that bash on the Bonce, and he has the ball again on the far side. Lionel Messi, and he's gesticulating with his right arm as if to suggest there isn't perhaps enough movement or enough support from other players. Ball is eventually played forward, and Mariano just about gets the header clear, but only as far as Jordi Alba, whose back heel goes straight to Krychowiak. Krychowiak again, the pole, looking to get forward for Sevilla, still inside their own half. Ball comes across further towards this near side. This is Rami finding Sergio Escudero, speeding forward down the right flank, plays a ball, not a good enough ball, right in front of Iborra, who's disappointed by the delivery, and understandably so.
It's been quite disappointing so far from Sevilla in the second half. They're not really tested ter Stegen consistently. I know they hit the post which are from distance, but they've had a lot more of the ball than Barcelona, but they don't really look like they're creating as many chances, especially inside Barcelona's box as well.
We've had an hour inside the Vicente Calderón Stadium in the Arganzuela district of southeast central Madrid, and it's still goalless on TalkSport 2. Sevilla have had by far the most glaring opportunity, the post hit by Banega. Here's Vitolo getting past his man, wants to shoot. Vitolo trying to go all the way. He was crowded out by a posse of three of them, one of whom Piqué gets the ball out of the box and across to Iniesta, who's managed to hold on to possession, but the referee's going to pull it all back because I think there was a foul on Gerard Piqué as he tried to get the ball out of the Barcelona box.
It's so frustrating, straight in there from Vitolo. He comes inside, he got an opportunity to have a shot, but tried to take on another man in Piqué inside the 18-yard box and ended up getting squeezed out.
Here's Messi, centre circle, just scoops it with the outside of his left foot wide to Jordi Alba. Jordi Alba's got support from Andres Iniesta. Iniesta plays it across field. It's an easy header clear for Sevilla. Chase for the loose ball is won by Busquets, as it so often is. And he finds Piqué. Piqué drives it across field for Barcelona. It's a decent looking ball, but I don't think Alba's going to quite get there. No, he's not able to keep the ball in. Good idea by Piqué to try and spread it. Alba, who's pretty nifty down that left-hand side, but not able to keep the ball in play. It's on a knife edge, this final. Barcelona, remember, with only 10 men. Javier Mascherano sent off 9 minutes before half-time. Luis Suarez has since gone off with an injury, so they only have one substitution at their disposal. Sevilla yet to make one, so Unai Emery has all his cards in his hand at the moment as his side come forward wearing those special all-white Copa del Rey strips. Here's Vitolo, edge of the box, plays a 1-2 and gets it back. It doesn't quite break for Gamero, prodded away for Barcelona. Iniesta finds Rafinha, the Brazilian substitute, whose brother actually, Thiago Alcantara, plays for Spain. Messi over the top, and goalkeeper Rico had come all the way out of his box and had to think twice before handling the ball. Eventually had to control it with his chest. It wasn't a good ball by Messi. Neymar had stayed on side, but it was too far in front of him. The goalkeeper came out an awfully long way.
And the bounce certainly surprised him, caught him in the face.
Absolutely. It would have been embarrassing if that had ricocheted back off him. Here's Escudero, the former Schalke left back. He won the Pokal in Germany, their version of the Cup, with 04 in 2011. Free kick to Unai Emery's side is taken quickly, and they will look to push on again. Barcelona sitting very deep at the moment. Messi is the only player really in an advanced position at the moment as Sevilla look to come forward with Banega, who spreads it out wide to Escudero, who's seen plenty of the ball in this second half. Low ball in here by him, dummy by Gamero. It was almost a very, very good move. I think it was Vitolo who played the little dummy. It almost went through to Gamero, but Barcelona through Piqué were able to just smuggle the ball away. It was good play there.
Yeah, he's been magnificent, Piqué, one of the best defenders in the world, just reading the game. Seeing that little 1-2 on the edge of the box set.
That was a poor clearance by Barcelona, and suddenly they're under pressure again. Gamero with the shot, and just about able to block his Busquets before Ter Stegen could get to the ball. It had crossed the line, so it's going to be a severe throw. That was sloppy in the clearance by Barcelona, but the defending by Busquets was magnificent.
Yeah, he needed to throw his body inside the 18-yard box to stop that shot from Kevin Gamero going on target, but it's a real good period now for Sevilla in the last 5 minutes.
Yeah, it's their fans behind that goal who are jumping up and down at the moment in their red and white shirts. Ter Stegen, well, he's made one good save from a free kick. He's been beaten once and saved by his post. Here's the corner. Piqué imperious inside the 6-yard box to head clear, but back it'll come from Sevilla. Swirling cross in. Oh, it's only just about cleared. It'll come out now. Chance! And deflected wide. Sevilla are getting closer. It was struck, I think, by Krikoviak, and it hit a Barcelona defender on the way through. Could have gone anywhere. and it came off Busquets and went behind for a corner. Good pressure this by Sevilla.
Yeah, it's a real good period for Sevilla. Krikoviak, when he went back to him, I really thought he was going to be hitting the back of the net, but another Barcelona player throwing his body in the way of the ball.
Another short corner. Here's Vitolo. Banega. Back to Vitolo. Vitolo cuts it back. Defending is good at the near post. The volley is miskicked by Escudero. But here's Banega, who's gone for the curler, but the referee has already spotted an infringement, and Sevilla have been penalised for a foul just 5 yards outside Barcelona's penalty area.
Well, it's interesting to see that so many times you watch Barcelona, it's all about the attacking play in the front three. It's the first time that they've really been under a considerable amount of pressure since I've been watching them, that defensively now they are the ones that are throwing their bodies in the way of the ball, just trying to keep this clean sheet and take it into extra time. But it's been a real good 10 minutes from Sevilla. They're finally believing that they can get this goal.
First time these two have ever met in the final. Sevilla have faced Barcelona 8 times before in the Copa del Rey. As an extravagant shot from virtually the halfway line is dismissively ignored by Ter Stegen from Ever Banega as it went miles over his crossbar. That's probably not Sevilla's best route to goal. Ter Stegen with the ball at his feet chips it out towards Dani Alves, who controls on his chest and then is brought down rather painfully. 67 minutes gone in the 2016 Copa del Rey. Barcelona looking for a domestic double. Sevilla looking for a second cup win in 5 days. As we watch another view of Eva Banega's long shot, and Ter Stegen is just doing sort of like making mouthing gestures with his right arm as if to say, you're not going to beat me from there, son.
I mean, it's always been I'd say a goalkeeper's hate of being chipped, especially from that distance, and I think that was just a bit of a sarcastic remark back to Ter Stegen to say, what are you trying there?
Andre Ter Stegen has only conceded 4 goals in 6 Copa del Rey matches this season. He's kept a couple of clean sheets and so far has done today. We're midway through the second half when possibly you start thinking about extra time maybe, and heaven help us penalties. Here's Neymar. He's got support from his Brazilian national teammate Dani Alves, who goes over claiming he should have had a foul. Doesn't look as if it's been given. He's shaking his head as he gets to his feet. The Brazilian, another former Sevilla player, of course.
Just seen 1 or 2 of the Barcelona players and Luis Enrique as well. Any foul that's now been given against them, they're just doing that kind of cards reaction of just trying to get the Sevilla players booked, or even maybe trying to get one sent off. It's always disappointing to see sometimes. You do see it in this, especially in Europe. They always surround the referee just doing that card gesture in front of his face. So it's important that he keeps his composure and doesn't really fall frantic to the pressure from Barcelona.
Yeah, I agree. Here's Lionel Messi midway inside the Sevilla half. It's on this near right-hand side as Barcelona attack. It's not Lionel Messi's best swish of his that you'll ever see, because the ball has gone straight into the gloves of Sergio Rico in the first half. Quite a punch that he's decided to wrap his gloves around it. And Sevilla try and come again with Banega, the Argentine midfield player, just swivelling it across. It's a good ball across to Vitolo. Vitolo wearing white boots just drifts infield and clips the ball back out to Banega again. It's got support from Krikoviak, but it's bypassed him and gone out to Escudero, the overlapping fullback. His volleyed cross is blocked by Dani Alves, who prevents a corner with an acrobatic clearance. But back comes Sevilla. It's Banega midway inside the Barcelona half with the ball. It's too long for both Vitolo and Escudero, and there are more injury problems for Barcelona because Dani Alves has gone down. I think he's going to be okay as he tussled with Vitolo. Vitolo not able to get to that ball, which was overhit. Dani Alves got a bit of a painful blow to the back of his knee. King of Spain, Felipe IV, is in attendance. The cup will be presented by him, but at the moment, with 20 minutes to go, we're not any nearer really knowing which captain he'll be handing it to. Here's Escudero. At the moment, Sevilla look the more full of ideas and attacking options against the 10 men, but other than Banega's shot against the foot of the post, they haven't created what you call a hatful of chances. Here's Banega, whose strike did rattle the woodwork and come out again. They're 10 yards inside Barcelona territory. Banega's pulling the strings in midfield at the moment. Crossfield ball finds Sergio Escudero, now Krikoviak. And, Sevilla's turn to do what Barcelona generally do, which is hang on to possession and push and prod and probe until the right moment appears. Gamero's gone down this time.
Just noticed now on a few occasions that Sevilla just starting to forcing long diagonals, and I know I said that Barcelona haven't really got a lot of height there, but Matura now in that defence as well. He's good in the air, so they're just sort of playing into Barcelona's hands at the moment. They have to be a little bit braver in that final third. A few extra passes I feel that could break them.
Mariano's ball into the box, headed away by Gerard Piqué. At the moment, it's really Barcelona's most important player, but they've lost it in midfield here, and the referee has awarded a free kick. Rafinha, the guilty man, for the foul on his fellow South American Ever Banega, and it's going to be a free kick to Sevilla. It looks probably a little bit too far out for Banega to think about a shot, but he's the dead ball specialist and may have other ideas. Heavily tattooed on both arms, wearing short sleeves. Pleasant day in the Spanish capital. Temperature was around 19 degrees at kickoff. Ball hoisted in by Escudero. Ter Stegen flapped a little bit, not completely convincing, but just about managed to scrape it away from under his crossbar, and it fell kindly, and Barca may counter here. It's a lovely jinking run by Neymar, but it's been brought to a halt with a foul by Iborra. Oh dear, and Neymar and Iborra are forehead to forehead, eyeballing each other. Neymar is pointing accusingly at Iborra, who's been yellow carded. I think it's actually the first yellow card. We've had one red, but that is the first yellow card shown by Carlos del Cerro Grande.
I think Neymar wasn't too happy on the two-footed challenge from Rami first off, and then Iborra guided to him afterwards.
Well, it was eyeball to eyeball confrontation between Vicente Iborra and Neymar, who wasn't at all happy with what went on, and there's a bit of frustration creeping in now with Barcelona. I mean, the ball was played long to Jordi Alba, who was caught offside. It was a correct decision, as we've been shown on our monitors, and Jordi Alba just in frustration kicked the ball into the hoardings behind the goal.
That's the yellow cards.
Didn't get one, but
kicking the ball away, can't be doing that in the modern day game. But again, that was the right decision from that linesman. I mentioned earlier he got two wrong already, but that time he was right.
He was. Just been kept in play on this near side, close to the centre line by Barcelona. Rafinha finds Messi. Back to Rafinha, who's got away from his man and looks to swerve across the field, the substitute, but he's almost given the ball away to Gamero, but he can't control it. Here's Andres Iniesta drifting forward. It's a great run by Iniesta. He's clearly fouled, and it's about 25 yards from goal, and suddenly we have another yellow card. This time it's shown, I think, to Vitola, who committed the foul, and after not having had a yellow card for the best part of 75 minutes, we've now had two.
Well, it was a really good run from Iniesta. First time he's really gotten the ball, and he's managed to open his legs and run at this severe defence, but this is a real opportunity for Barcelona. They haven't really had a lot of joy in the final third, obviously, with Suarez going off and the red card to Mascherano, so defensively they've had to be a lot more on this back foot, but this is central, 30 yards out. It's a difficult range, don't get me wrong, but when you've got Lionel Messi lining it up, you've got every chance of this going into the net. So Sergio Rico will certainly be aware, the way that he sets up his ball, that a shot will be coming towards him.
Well, the free kick is at the end. The majority of the Barcelona fans are situated. There's a little bit of controversy about flags in the run-up to this, whether they would be allowed to show the red and yellow Catalan flag, which many of them are. They were originally banned, but then it was overturned in the courts. I don't want to get too involved in the politics of it, but basically Barcelona are a sea of orange and yellow behind that goal. Now Lionel Messi, surely with his left foot, will try and beat Sergio Rico from this kind of distance, as we've seen him do before. We're into the final quarter hour of the 2016 Copa del Rey final on TalkSport 2. There are a couple of Barcelona players inside that Sevilla defensive wall as Messi sets his sights. Neymar is also standing over the ball. It's Messi, and it's fairly straightforward for Sergio Rico, who just rocked away to his left-hand side and got both hands on the ball. Got the direction okay, but not very much pace.
It was
on
always
that
a
free
difficult
kick.
range. I said it's 30 yards out central, so it's always going to be, it'd have to be a wonder free kick to beat Sergio Rico in the Sevilla goal, but certainly tested him at one. It was a comfortable height that the save you'd be expected to make from the goalkeeper.
Banega for Sevilla, trying to find Vitolo, who's done well to keep it in. He's right by the corner flag, confronted by Dani Alves. Vitolo onto his right foot, just plays a diagonal pass to Krikoviak, who can hit them but chooses not to on this occasion. Finds Banega, it's out with Mariano, the right fullback on the right hand side. It's a misplaced pass by him, intercepted by Jordi Alba, and here's Iniesta, who again tries to stretch his legs and does brilliantly again. Super play by the Barcelona captain. Seen a couple of lovely little cameos from him in this second half, one of which led to the free kick, which Messi didn't make the best effort with a moment ago. 77 minutes gone and extra time looking increasingly possible. Haven't had extra time in the Spanish Cup final since 2013, when Atletico beat Real in a Madrid derby, which of course will be repeated at the weekend in Milan in the biggest one of all, the Champions League final, a repeat of 2 years ago when Atletico came so close but in the end lost 4-1. Here comes Sevilla looking to add to the European trophy they've already won this season. Mariano with the ball in. The ball is hooked away towards Messi, who suddenly thinks about things at the other end and drifts infield. It's Lionel Messi with those twinkling feet of his, but to the ball, goodness me, it was Jérémy Mathieu, the centre-half, who'd gone up into a centre-forward position, really. The ball didn't quite find him. I'm not quite sure what he was doing up there, but he kept pace with Messi, but he couldn't quite find him.
I said that on the counter-attack, that they are just trying to break in numbers, and I think whoever is sort of nearest to the ball, they would try and get up there, and it's Rosario, the central defender.
It's a decent ball forward by Sevilla. It's a chance. Once again, it's excellent defending. It was Kevin Gamero down the inside right channel, and not for the first time by any means this evening. It was Gerard Piqué sliding in to make an impeccable challenge and block the Frenchman's shot.
I mean, he's been absolutely outstanding tonight, Gerard Piqué, and for Manchester United fans, is just sorry that he just couldn't quite settle into Premier League football. But again, he's just been an absolute man-mountain tonight.
Well, Sevilla are making their first substitution, and Yevgen Konoplyanka, the Ukrainian, is the player who's come on. And they've taken a short corner, and they'll get another corner because the subsequent cross bounced off Iniesta. It was Vitolo who played it in, and it went behind. Konoplyanka is a Ukrainian international, formerly of Dnipro. He actually was part of the Dnipro team that lost to Sevilla in the Europa League final last season. He's a creative player, although he hasn't been amongst the goals, only 3 in his last 21 games, but he's got the final 10 minutes just over of normal time to try and make an impact. Here's another corner for Sevilla. It's flicked on at the near post, it bounces off Gamero, and it's hoofed away by Mathieu, and it goes out of play midway inside the Barcelona half. Exactly 10 minutes left. Here's Vitolo for Sevilla, who've pretty much had it their own way in the second half, but have not been able to score because the likes of Piqué and Busquets have been so outstanding defensively for Barcelona. Yevgen Konoplyanka, the Ukrainian, is on the ball now, down that left-hand side, but not able to work his magic. It was good defending by Dani Alves to put the ball out of play. It's a throw-in to Sevilla. It's going to be taken by Escudero, who's walked back a long way, which suggests he's going to try and launch it long into the Barcelona 18-yard box. Here it comes, headed away by Piqué. Might drop for Vitolo, but he stumbles slightly. Gamero still has it far side for Sevilla. It comes back off a defender to him. Here it is, in again. Vitolo tries the acrobatic volley, and Mathieu bravely puts his head in and manages to clear.
Yeah, it's brave defending there from the Frenchman. Okay, with the overhead kick, and you knew you were going into a position there that you could get hurt. And it's been outstanding defending from Barcelona, not something you'd really associate with Luis Enrique's side of holding on and trying to keep this clean sheet to take it into extra time.
Well, Luis Enrique is wearing an immaculate dark suit, white shirt and tie, and brilliant white trainers. I don't know if that's a fashion statement or whether, as you said earlier, people were sliding around on the turf, maybe need a bit more grip, but it's an unusual sartorial statement from the Barcelona boss. Unai Emery is wearing rather more traditional footwear with his suit. Here's Iniesta, who's embarked on another one of those little runs of his. He's gone over, no foul this time. The referee says play on. Sevilla have it on the far side of the field in their own half, looking to counter-attack, but Koke can't really make anything of that, but it's come off Busquets for a throw-in to Sevilla. 8 minutes left in the Copa del Rey final in Madrid, and the referee is now going across to the near side. He's clearly spotted something that he's unhappy about, or he's been ushered by the fourth official. He's talking through his headset to the assistant on this near side, who is Juan Juste, and he's sending a member of the Barcelona coaching staff, I think, out of the dugout, probably for encroachment or something that was said. It was nowhere near where the ball was. We were watching the play, quite sure what was going on, but it's not Luis Enrique. It's one of his deputies. I think he sat back down again. Maybe it's a warning, but it's a rather unnecessary break. He's still standing up in his tracksuit, shaven-headed, pointing and shouting. Anything particularly controversial on the pitch, but it's halted play just for the time being. Not sure what the referee's doing here. It was the treatment that's being meted out to Andres Iniesta, and the fact that maybe they thought they should have had a foul. Luis Enrique certainly did.
I think the frustration that Iniesta went on a run and it was a foul on him, and then you think that the advantage will be played, and about 2 seconds later Sevilla win the ball and they didn't go back for the free kick, and I think that's what the Barcelona bench were unhappy with, that they didn't get the advantage and then get the free kick.
Krikoviak just loses the ball initially, but then wins it back, and suddenly Sevilla are in a decent position. The ball is into the box. It surely hit the arm of Vicente Iborra, who is claiming that he was pushed, but it looked to me as if that hit his arm. Unai Emery is now gesticulating wildly in the Sevilla dugout, and it's all become a little bit scrappy in the last 5 minutes or so with those stoppages and what have you going on. Escudero trying to get down the left flank, but dispossessed by Dani Alves, and eventually Escudero fouls in too many stoppages at the moment for anything like a game to flow properly. Just seen another view of that. Iborra, he certainly touched it with his hand. Whether he meant to or not, I don't know, but his arm was raised and it hit it, and it was I don't know what he was appealing about. I think it was more that he'd been pushed.
I think it was more a foul on Dani Alves more than anything. He just felt that was halting his momentum from when the cross came in.
Well, it's looking increasingly likely that for the first time in 3 years the Copa del Rey will be extended by 30 minutes unless somebody can find a goal in the last knockings of the game. You'd have to say looks more likely to be Sevilla. The ball's scarcely been in the Sevilla's half. I mean, Sergio Rico, how many touches has he had, the goalkeeper, in the second half? Very few. Crossfield by Konoplyanka. It's a decent ball, and it's met by Koke. Koke gets to the byline, crosses it. It's too high for Kevin Gamero, who's going to be beaten to the punch by Rafinha, who produces a lovely turn and gets it back to Piqué, who hoists it up towards halfway. It drops for Messi. Messi gets a strong challenge from Krychowiak, but Barcelona will keep possession with Busquets finding Iniesta. Iniesta just strolls across halfway in a central position. He's got Messi just ahead of him. This is Leo Messi now. Scored in all three of the cup finals that he's played in for Barcelona, all of them victories. Not today yet, although you wouldn't rule it out. Here's Busquets, square to Gerard Piqué, who's a very, very strong man of the match contender.
I think he will get my man of the match. He's been superb when Barcelona need a leader. When they went down to 10 men, he's been that man. 2 or 3 challenges he's made to stop ter Stegen making saves. He's just won every single header that's gone into the box. It's been an absolute man mountain.
Here's Neymar. He's gone away from one challenge. It's Neymar. It's an excellent run by the Brazilian. Has he been fouled? No. Referee says play on. Sevilla oblige, although they can't gain possession. It's one back on the far side, and this time the referee does blow his whistle to award a free kick and to brandish a yellow card in the face of Jordi Alba, who earlier might have been booked for a dissent but has picked up a yellow card here, not only for a foul but I think in his reaction subsequent to it throwing the ball into the crowd. Question about whether Neymar was fouled at the other end by Krychowiak.
I think he had a case there, Neymar. You can see clearly that the foul was taken on him first and then the ball was won afterwards, but Neymar certainly had a choice there, and Jordi Alba was just frustration. I think now he did a little kick out, then he threw the ball away after.
Here's Konoplyanka, gets to the byline, left hand side. It's a rather weak cross and it's defended as ever by Piqué, who finds Rafinha. Piqué clears the ball but not particularly well. It's picked up in centre midfield by Banega. He finds Vitolo, and Sevilla have couple of minutes plus stoppage time to try and get themselves a winning goal. You suspect there might be a good 3 or 4 minutes at least, I would have thought, with all that nonsense with the Barcelona bench plus Suarez injury. Here's the ball into the Barcelona box, nodded away and then mishit really by Krychowiak, who made a mess of his shot. It was cleared by Barcelona, but it's back in Sevilla possession now with Konoplyanka, the Ukrainian substitute, again looking to get round the left hand side, clips the ball in, decent one, but ter Stegen makes a very, very good catch at full stretch and bowls the ball out quickly to Neymar, who's increasingly had to come deep to get the ball. He finds Iniesta just wriggling between 2 challenges. He's managed to keep the ball as well, and he still has it and finds Rafinha trying to release Neymar. Neymar's gone to ground. Now there's another yellow card. Is it going to be to Neymar for diving? I think it might be. Neymar has been booked for simulation as he threw himself to the ground there. So we've had a flurry of yellow cards in this second half. Neymar and Jordi Alba booked for Barcelona, Iborra and Vitolo for Sevilla. We're in the last minute of the 2016 Copa del Rey final. It looks for all the world as if we're going to get extra time.
Well, it's a foul again on Neymar. Iniesta was being fouled before. Clearly see that his shirt was being tugged at by Eva Banega, I think it was.
It's unfortunate to get booked. Luis Enrique is absolutely incandescent with rage. Iniesta walks back shaking his head. All the players now probably at this stage, Adam, will be thinking about the fact that they've got to lift themselves and go again. Iniesta has also been yellow carded in the midst of all that for what I couldn't tell you. So has Dani Alves. I can only assume that
I think
they were giving the referee a few verbals. So that's 3 yellow cards in the space of 20 seconds shown by the referee. But I don't think he even actually had time to put it back. Just came out at 3 in a row, and they all went into the book.
I'll be honest with you, I think Barcelona certainly have a real case for the
ball in. Not as dangerous as it initially looked by Escudero. It was in front of Vitolo, behind Gamero, and perfect for the German goalkeeper Marc-Andre ter Stegen.
I think they've got a case, because I think the frustration that they're not getting any advantages, and I think the referee's got that wrong a few times.
We're into 5 minutes of stoppage time, so if we are going to get a winner, it's going to be a dramatic one for either side. Here's Krikoviak for Sevilla, wearing 1 pink, 1 yellow boot. I think you're going to see quite a lot of those in the weeks to come in the Euros. The now traditional footwear gimmick, all given away cheaply. Here's Iniesta, who's not the best person to give it to. Messi just in front of him. Here's Lionel Messi now, slips it in. It's a good ball, and it took a terrific tackle on Neymar. Or was it a foul on the edge of the box? Oh, it's a red card. Oh my goodness me, Ever Banega has now been sent off for Sevilla. I thought it was a good tackle initially. The referee said it was a foul. Neymar had got past him, similar to the one involving Gamero in the first half. It is outside the box, but it gives perhaps Barcelona the chance to score a dramatic late winner, and it also means that should we go to extra time, it'll be 10-a-side. Banega joins Mascherano in leaving the pitch early, having been shown a red card.
Well, it's a teasing through ball from Messi, and it's the right decision again. Ever Banega doesn't get anywhere near it. Neymar gets there first, he gets that little touch, and it certainly is a red card. And again, the referee's got it right this time.
Yeah, I thought he went across the ball, didn't he? But he didn't actually touch it, sort of went over it. Neymar was brought down. Luis Enrique, he's appealing, or was appealing, and got what he wanted. Now this could be dramatic. We've had 92 minutes. Remember, Lionel Messi has played in 3 Copa del Rey finals and has scored in all of them. The only slight proviso is that it's on the left-hand side, which doesn't quite favour his majestic left foot. But then again, he is Lionel Messi, so
it's a better range for him than he did sort of 20 minutes ago when it was 30 yards out down the middle.
Well, this is going to be the moment when Messi adds another chapter. Here's the free kick, tipped over by Sergio Rico. It was well directed, but again, rather like the one earlier, didn't have enough power or zip on it to really trouble the goalkeeper. But as a result, of course, Barcelona have a corner.
It was difficult, and look at Sergio Rico's foot movement across the line. Didn't quite get across quick enough, and that has got caught underneath it a little bit.
Well, we're in the 94th minute. Here's the corner in low, knocked away by Adil Rami, but it's high rather than long. It might drop for Piqué. Deflected shot comes in. I think it was Busquets who had it, and it's going to be another corner to Barcelona. Busquets, as I said, hasn't scored in 53 games this season, but had an effort on goal there which was blocked. But having been on the back foot for most of the second period, Barcelona are ending the second half strongly. They have another corner. It's an outswinger this time. It's nodded back in, but again without enough power to trouble Sergio Rico. It was a looping effort. The header was a long way out. We're just seeing another look at the Neymar decision. As you say, it was exactly the right decision. So 2 red cards in the Copa del Rey final, but no goals. We're going to see another yellow card. It's Dani Alves. Is it? Well, he's just been booked a moment ago. Meanwhile, play continues. There's confusion now. I thought he showed a yellow card to Dani Alves, not once but twice, but I might be wrong. The referee has got a crowd of players around him, and I must confess I'm not entirely sure who's been yellow carded. Maybe it's Iborra, which is if he'd shown it to Dani Alves, certainly, but Vicente Iborra is the recipient. Goodness me.
Brave there from ter Stegen, who came out. That Bora went flying in.
Yeah, it wasn't very clever. Well, we've had 2 yellow cards already in this final. But we're no nearer to seeing who's going to win it because we haven't had a goal yet. We're in the 95th minute. The referee blows and we are going to have extra time. It was a rather stormy second half. Both teams will face extra time with 10 men after Javier Mascherano was sent off for Barcelona in the first half and Ever Banega for Sevilla in the second. And well, that leaves us goalless after 90 minutes, Will. We're going to have extra time for you coming up. Well, 2 sendings off, but no goals, and an extra 30 minutes to determine which of these 2 trophy-laden clubs will lift another at the end of the day. What a week it's been for both. Barcelona clinching the La Liga title last weekend when just a few weeks ago it looked as if they might have blown it. And Sevilla coming back from behind against Liverpool, of course, on Wednesday to lift an unprecedented 3rd Europa League trophy. The referee, Carlos del Cerro Grande, is out in the middle blowing his whistle, telling the players to come back out for this opening period of additional time. Javier Mascherano sent off late in the first half for Barcelona. Ever Banega sent off late in the second half for Sevilla. And Adam, what will be the message from the respective managers at these nerve-wracking times?
Well, the red card now for Ever Banega has completely equalled up now this extra time. Maybe that Barcelona have been playing with 10 men a lot longer to take it to extra time is a real credit to them, that they've really stuck in. And you've seen a different side of Barcelona tonight, how they've just grinded it out, you know, minute after minute. Piqué was being absolutely superb. I think Kopenhagen can be a big player now for Sevilla. He's got fresh legs. He's a player that loves to run with the ball. But now both teams being down to 10 men, I see a more even extra time.
Well, Kopenhagen scored against Barcelona right back at the beginning of the season in August. It seems like an eternity ago. It ended 5-4 between Barcelona and Sevilla on that occasion, with Kopenhagen Sevilla on the losing side, and it was an extra time winner that won it then. Are we going to see another? The referee has got us back underway at the Vicente Calderón Stadium, and it's 10-a-side who will adapt better to the extra demands at the end of a long season. Remember, this is Barcelona's 61st game of the season, Sevilla's 63rd. But from somewhere, these players have just got to find half an hour more of energy and intensity before the battle's lost and won.
I think the concentration, as I said to you earlier, John, when they're going to attempt it, it's still not easy. Especially against Barcelona, the way they do like to keep the ball. You always feel with that one through ball that Messi or Neymar could maybe create something from nothing, and they managed to do that to get the red cards. But it really has opened it up very evenly coming into extra time. You maybe think, did Sevilla really do enough with the 11 men to really put Barcelona under a load of pressure? They hit the post, but ter Stegen didn't have to make save after save after save really, but I just think they feel they've not really utilised having the extra man in that midfield especially.
Yes, extra time in the English Cup final, which did produce a winning goal. Extra time in the German Cup final, which didn't. Here are Sevilla trying to launch the first attack of extra time in the Spanish Cup final. It's Kopenhagen. It's a ball which is headed away by Dani Alves. Andres Iniesta comes forward for Barcelona. Of course, they're going to enjoy a little bit more space in this extra time period than they did in the second half when they were a man short. And another yellow card has been brandished. This time it's Grzegorz Krychowiak, the Polish international midfield player for Sevilla, who is shown the yellow. They now have picked up 3 yellow cards. Barcelona have 4 players on yellow cards. Mascherano only actually saw a red, and we didn't see any yellow cards until the 75th minute, and now we've got 7. Both managers very animated on the near side as Lionel Messi lines up a free kick for Barcelona. We've had 2 minutes of the first period of extra time. It's into the box, it's cleared by Sevilla, it's come out to Dani Alves. Dani Alves clips it in towards Messi, and it just got a flick, I think, off Carrizo. It's going to be a corner kick to Barcelona. Messi will take it, left-footed, an out-swinger from the right-hand side. It's nodded back into the danger area, but well defended before Mathieu could get a touch. Dani Alves plays an extravagant volley back out to Messi, but Messi gives up the chase because the ball is too far in front of him, and he wasn't able to get there. It was almost a bit like the ball that Joel Ward played in for Jason Punchin at Wembley on Saturday, not dissimilar, except that this one was overhit. 93 minutes of the 2016 Copa del Rey final have elapsed on TalkSport 2, and we're still waiting for the first goal. It's the first time we've had extra time in 3 years in this final. There hasn't been a penalty shootout since 1998, when Barcelona won the trophy beating Real Mallorca. So it's been a while, and it's early days yet. We've still got 26 and a half minutes, I should say, of extra time still to play. But at what point does that start creeping into players' minds, and at what point do they maybe, when the more tired they get, start settling for that? And who might be the more confident were it to happen?
I mean, Barcelona had the week off with their final game of the season against Granada, and so, as I said earlier, we covered that game. Granada didn't even turn up, so for me they didn't really have a game that day. And Sevilla, doing a bit of travelling during the week with the Europa League, they'll probably start feeling a little bit more tired now.
Yeah, that could be a key factor. Here's Busquets for Barcelona, finding Neymar on this near side. It's bounced awkwardly, and the Brazilians let the ball go out of play. It's a mental as well as physical battle, I think, for two sides at the end of a long campaign. But as Adam says, Sevilla have had quite a lot less time to prepare for this final than Barcelona. Ball is won by Busquets on the near side, deep inside his own half. Drives it forward, looking for the run of Rafinha, who came on as a second half substitute when Luis Suarez had to depart the final injured. One short of 60 goals for the season. 59's not bad. 5 minutes gone in extra time. There's a bit of a break because Escudero, the Sevilla left fullback, has got a bit of a knock. Is waving his arms. Both of these two managers are wonderfully animated. They never stop moving. Here's Sevilla on the left-hand side, looking to create a ball into the box. It's low in, and it's a chance for Gamero, and it's blocked brilliantly by Mathieu, the French substitute, who was brought on tactically to cover for the absence of Mascherano in the second half, and he did well there. And one thing Barcelona have done incredibly well tonight is block shots inside the box. It's been a bit like watching Atletico in a funny sort of way, in the way that they've just been solid, organised, and been defiant throughout.
It's a side that you never really see from Barcelona, making these last-ditch challenges, and they've really been up against it, but they've dug in, and that shows the quality of a side, that they never ever gave up, even playing for the majority of the game with 10 men, and now they seem to be more insurgents in this extra time.
Messi with a clever ball into the box. It's a chance! It's a goal! Barcelona have taken the lead, and it's Jordi Alba, the left back, who got onto the lofted ball over the top by Lionel Messi, and with his left foot has guided the ball superbly inside the post. And after 97 minutes the deadlock is broken, and it's Barcelona who break it. Are they on the way to the double? It's Barcelona 1, Sevilla 0.
Well, I said coming into this extra time that Barcelona was certainly playing a lot better than Sevilla, and it is a wonderful, delicate ball from Messi. He just picks it up deep, he's looking, and it's a great little run from Neymar. He goes short, and it's a brilliant run in on the overlap from Jordi Alba. Vitolo was going with him, didn't go enough, and that's a real good finish into the bottom corner. I'd maybe be looking at the goalkeeper, Sergio Rico, when it goes across him, because it wasn't really a powerful shot, but I think Barcelona in this extra time have deserved it. And as I said earlier, John, you could never ever write this great side off.
No, that's absolutely true. I'll tell you what, Jordi Alba doesn't half pick some good times to score. He's not the most prolific of scorers. That's his first goal of the season on his 46th appearance. It's come in the Copa del Rey final, and of course he scored for Spain in the Euro 2012 final as well. So I remember actually an unusual winner for Barcelona in a Champions League final against Arsenal from Giuliano Belletti, another fullback, and Jordi Alba has popped up. He made a great run. It was Messi inevitably involved, a really clever ball over the top, but Jordi Alba, it wasn't that easy a chance. He side-footed it in from close range, but he was on the run and he needed to angle his shot beyond the keeper and just into the area around the far post where it nestled in the net. Sevilla have a corner as they look to get back. It's cleared by Barcelona. Messi just hooking it back over his head. It's collected by Koke, the Sevilla captain. Well, he lifted the Europa League trophy on Wednesday. At the moment it doesn't look as if he'll be repeating it in Madrid with the domestic cup, but there's still, to Sevilla's advantage, I suppose, plenty of time left. The goal came 7 minutes into the first period of stoppage of extra time, and there are still 6 to go in this period, plus another 15, so all is not lost for the team from Andalusia. Yevgen Konoplyanka is lining up a free kick on the far side. Marc-Andre ter Stegen gesticulating to his defenders. It's only about 6 or 7 yards from the corner flag. It's an in-swinger. It's a really good defensive header, but it's kept alive by Vitolo. Clipped in again by him, headed away by Iniesta, and Neymar has suddenly set Messi on his way, and Lionel Messi down the inside right channel tries to extravagantly chip Sergio Rico from distance. It was in the end, I think, all he could do. He had no support and the ball was bouncing in front of him. Even then, in fact, he fashioned something out of it, but it was too high in the end. Clever effort, but off target.
I mean, it was really the only option of Lionel Messi, his manager, giving him a clap. That when they went on that counter-attacking break, and the effort that he's given in this game so far, you just felt that he just didn't quite have the legs to go on and get a shot in the 18-yard box. But you know, the cleverness, the vision of him to try and beat Sergio Rico off his line.
Now then, here's Neymar. The clock has ticked into 3 figures on the scoreboard at the Vicente Calderon. 100 minutes gone. Neymar finds Messi, who stumbles over, ends up on his backside and loses the ball. But you just get the feeling that that goal, as I suppose it would, has completely reinvigorated Barcelona, who for much of the second half were second best and have now just won a corner through the inability of Sergio Escudero to keep the ball from crossing the goal line. If they get a second goal here, surely it's all over.
Yeah, I mean, it looks like Barcelona really are in the ascendancy at the moment. Sevilla have just been very, very poor since they've gone down to 10 men. Ter Stegen not really been tested in this second half of extra time, and Luis Enrique's side are completely on top at the moment and are being very, very comfortable. The way that they keep the ball, Barcelona, makes a massive difference.
Well, they've taken the corner short with no intention of getting it into the box. Looks as though they're going to try and just keep the ball as long as they can in this extra time period and watch the clock tick down, although it's quite a thing to do that now. Another yellow card for Sevilla. It's Yevgen Konoplyanka, the substitute, for just pulling down Lionel Messi right on the corner of the 18-yard box. He put his hand out. Messi went down rather dramatically, but Konoplyanka has now been booked and has also, perhaps more importantly, conceded a free kick in an extremely dangerous position as the Catalan fans in the Spanish capital bounce up and down. That's the 9th yellow card of the game. Lionel Messi, who set up the goal for Jordi Alba, has an opportunity now perhaps to create another one, standing over the ball right on the far tip of the 18-yard box. It's only a foot outside the area. Messi goes for a goal. It's punched away by Rico. Messi goes scampering back to keep the ball alive for Barca and promptly belts it all the way back to his goalkeeper Marc-Andre ter Stegen. And already, Adam, with 12 minutes gone only of extra time and 18 still to play, Barcelona appear to be trying to just ride the game out. They're not being positive at all.
No, not really. I mean, just keeping the ball well enough and just trying to frustrate Sevilla as much as possible.
Well, here's the man who's the master at keeping the ball and using it. Andres Iniesta goes out wide to Lionel Messi, but he's pretty much at walking pace, tries to jink in field, lays it off to Iniesta again. They want a foul and they're going to get one, and another yellow card. This time it's Escudero. I'm beginning to lose count of these yellow cards, I'll be perfectly honest with you. That's 10 for the game, I think. Am I right? 9 at least. They gave us a caption on our monitors which said there have been 9 yellow cards, 5 for Sevilla and 4 for Barcelona. Up to that point, certainly it's 4 for Barcelona. I'm losing track of the Sevilla yellows, but anyway, become academic. Adam's better at maths than me. He reckons 4, 5. Anyway, here's the free kick. It's knocked in. Oh, and unmarked at the far post was Piqué. Nobody would have deserved a goal more than him, but his header was tipped over the bar by Sergio Rico. Well, he was found brilliantly by the free kick. He got away from his man. It was a really good header, but the goalkeeper was there to push it over the crossbar.
Save, it really is. And as I said earlier, from set plays, he's the only real player for Barcelona that's really good in the air, that can cause you problems. And that time he did, but give credit to the goalkeeper. It was a very good save.
It was. They've taken the corner short again. Here's Dani Alves, who wants to shoot. Oh, and it's a brilliant save, but it'll come out to Busquets, who can't convert. Neymar is on the edge of the box. Well, it was an awkward kind of save by the goalkeeper. It was hit with venom by Dani Alves from 30 yards, and he palmed it up, and Busquets, of all people, was the furthest man forward, probably the last man that Barcelona wanted in that position, and he could make nothing of the loose ball.
Well, if Sevilla get back into this game, Sergio Rico takes a massive amount of credit. 2 important saves in the space of less than a minute. The one from Gerard Piqué was a good, comfortable save, but this time 25 to 30 yards out. Dani Alves hits it, and you can see the ball moving left and right. It's a comfortable height for the goalkeeper, but still needed to parry it away.
We're going to see the introduction of Fernando Llorente, the former Bilbao striker, who's certainly got a score to settle with Barcelona in Copa del Rey finals, as the throw comes in long from Sevilla. Piqué is back in his traditional position, heading away. Llorente's twice been on the receiving end of defeats in cup finals by Barcelona and will not want to be on the end of a hat-trick, but he's going to come on in just a moment. He won the cup with Juventus last season on a rather happier note for him when he was in Italy. Juve having won their double yesterday, Bayern Munich as well, and Paris Saint-Germain. Looks at the moment as if Barcelona are going to be the latest to win both the league and cup. That is half-time in extra time, and it's been a half-time period where we've seen a decisive goal. Jordi Alba onto the end of a beautiful lofted pass by Lionel Messi, and side-footing superbly past the goalkeeper, tucking it inside the far post. Llorente hasn't had time to come on yet, but he will do for the second period of extra time. But finally, Will we have a goal? And we'll be back with the second period to see if Barcelona can hang on to their lead and complete the double. Well, Fernando Llorente has come on for Sevilla, and he's got 15 minutes to try and find a goal that might take us to penalties for the first time in the Copa del Rey since 1988. But Sevilla, it's a big ask. 10 men against 10, remember, after those two sendings off in regulation time. Jordi Alba, the unlikely goal scorer for Barcelona, who were on the attack immediately, and Lionel Messi's ball doesn't quite find Neymar. It's knocked away by goalkeeper Rico. What are the prospects, Adam, of a Sevilla equaliser, do you think? Can you see that?
Well, not really at this precise moment in time. Fernando Llorente's now come on, so he's certainly had that physical presence up front alongside Kevin Gramero, but he's been very quiet in this second half, and especially in extra time as well. They've not really utilised his pace at all.
Here's a big surge forward by Sevilla, but it's brought to a halt. Not a particularly good clearance by Piqué. And Conor Plianca trying to use his pace but forced backwards and finding Daniel Carriço, the Portuguese centre half. Ball in by Conor Plianca, headed away by Mathieu. Now Neymar has a chance to stretch his legs. Neymar still has it. He's all the way into the penalty area, but just a bit of a heavy touch finally, and it ends up being reasonably comfortably defended by Sevilla. But Barcelona will be happy if Sevilla continue to defend for the remaining moments of this game. Vicente Bora, incidentally, was the man that Fernando Llorente replaced for this second period of stoppage time. Luis Suarez is an interested spectator, having been forced off the pitch with a hamstring injury, but he's sitting just behind the technical areas. Jordi Alba, the goal scorer, is now struggling with an injury, which is a potential problem for Barcelona, who have brought on Mathieu and Rafinha so far. Here's Iniesta, hoping to win his fourth Copa del Rey title, along with Messi and Piqué and Busquets and Alves. The referee spotted a foul there on Lionel Messi midway inside the Sevilla half. We've had 108 minutes of the 2016 Spanish knockout showpiece. Barcelona very, very close now to repeating their double from last season. It would be an 8th double for Barcelona in their history, which is a record, of course. Ball's just gone out of play as Neymar tried to make tracks down the right-hand side. There's a bit of urgency about Sergio Rico as he puts the ball down and moves it forward quickly, the goalkeeper, to get Sevilla going in the right direction. And it's all or nothing really for them. And inevitably, it's one of those games where, as they push forward, the likes of Neymar and Messi could well wreak havoc at the other end and put it out of their reach. Krychowiak plays the ball across to Koke. Here's Krychowiak, the tall Polish international, who we'll see at the Euros in just a few weeks' time now. Here's Koke into the box, tries the shot. Not much power on it. It found its way goalwards, but Ter Stegen with a fairly straightforward save, and Koke, the hero against Liverpool with those 2 goals, is unable, the skipper of Sevilla, to drag his team level there.
It was always difficult for him. He's naturally right-footed, so his first touch took him inside and put him onto his weaker left foot. He certainly got the shot on target, but Ter Stegen was always going to be a comfortable save for him.
And again, the referee is walking towards the near side to talk to one of the... well, actually, no, he's got a problem with his thigh, the referee. Some sort of problem with his strapping under his shorts, and now the referee is requiring medical attention. They've draped a sort of quilted towel over him.
He didn't want that around him. He got it straight off.
Meanwhile, some of the Barcelona players are receiving treatment. This is interesting. The referee is receiving a massage. It's Carlos del Cerro Grande. He's had a mixed bag, but I think he's got the two really big decisions right, hasn't he? The two sendings off.
I think that the two sending offs were right. They were both outside the box, which is the main thing. They were quite, you're talking a couple of inches, couple of yards, which either way, you look at your linesman as well to assist you on that, which they both got right. I was thinking in the second half, especially Barcelona, I felt they could have had a couple of more free kicks, and he tried to play the advantage, but then just didn't give the free kick back when they didn't really have any advantage from it, Barcelona. And I think that's why the frustration of Luis Enrique and Iniesta and Neymar and Alvarez, they got annoyed with the referee, and that's why they really got their yellow cards for dissent.
Has the referee got cramp? I've not seen a referee get cramp. Well, it looks like he's getting a vigorous rubbing on both thighs by two different physiotherapists. Meanwhile, the Barcelona flags are being waved after that legal battle to allow the Catalan flag to be displayed. Fair play to the Sevilla fans. They're responding in kind by twirling their red and white scarves above their heads, desperately trying to urge their team to one big push. We've had 111 minutes, just 8.5 to go, although there'll probably be a little bit of added on time. It's not often that the referee has to add on time for a stoppage in which he himself has received treatment. He's just giving the ball back to Marc-Andre ter Stegen. He's dropped the ball, as protocol dictates when the play is halted due to an injury by a referee. It starts with a drop ball. He's done it in the Barcelona box. Unai Emery's looking agitated, as well he might for Sevilla, still trailing to that 97th minute goal by Jordi Alba, the left back for Barcelona, who got forward and tucked it away. Long ball across to Konoplyanka, who controls well, confronted by Dani Alves, gets to the byline, cuts it back, and Busquets is there inside the 6-yard box just to toe poke it into his own side netting for a Sevilla corner. Are we going to get more drama in a final which has offered plenty of it? The ball into the box again, this time by Escudero, and Marc-Andre ter Stegen claims it comfortably. Hasn't been particularly tested, the Barcelona goalkeeper. It might have been different had Banega's shot not hit the post in the one time that he was beaten, but neither goalkeeper's had a particularly busy night. There's some decent tips over. Here's Koke playing the ball in from the far side, beautifully controlled by Dani Alves. That's wonderful play. He controlled it, killed it, and then knocked it forward towards Rafinha, who's brought down. That'll be a very, very welcome free kick for Barcelona as the clock continues to tick down in this extra time period. It's yet another yellow card. Time for Kevin Gamero, who we make it becomes the 5th Sevilla player to be yellow carded tonight.
I just don't think Sevilla really believe that they can go and get a second goal in this. Get this goal in the second half of extra time, and even in the second half altogether. It's been the summary of their season. They haven't really scored many goals. I mean, Barcelona have doubled their total in the La Liga of, scoring over 100 goals. Well, it's can't be described as a disappointing season for Sevilla, really. No. They've won the Europa League and qualified for the Champions League, but I take your point about the league. And as you said earlier about Unai Emery being linked with Premier League football with Everton, as you say, Sevilla are unlikely to be the sort of side who are going to break the dominance of the top 3 in Spain, or indeed
probably get anywhere much beyond qualification from the group stage in the Champions League. So
I mean, it's amazing to think,
a fresh challenge.
Yeah. I mean, it's amazing to think they didn't win a single away game all season, which was just an unbelievable stat. That if they'd won 2 or 3 of those, they would have certainly been higher up the league. And lose 10 away from home was just frightening. And drawing 9, but not picking up a single win is just sometimes I can't quite get your head around it really. And it just seems like tonight they're kind of going into that away form tonight.
Yeah. Well, they are away from home, albeit technically on a neutral ground. There are 5 minutes left of stoppage time. Here's Rafinha for Barcelona, looking to find a goal which will absolutely put it beyond doubt, you would think. He's found Neymar over by the far corner flag, looking to trick his way beyond that El Rami. Still it's Neymar, gets in a bit of a tangle. Did the ball cross the line? Maybe it did. Just Neymar is insisting that it didn't, but it's a goal kick to Sevilla, who now have only 4.5 minutes to try and add to their Europa League success at Liverpool's expense on Wednesday. Came back from a goal down on that occasion. They have to try and do it again, although time is simply not on their side. On Wednesday, of course, Daniel Sturridge scored 10 minutes before half-time, and they did the business in the second half. Took them 17 seconds. Here's Gamero, who got that early goal in the second half on Wednesday, but they haven't really got him into the game enough. And here come Barcelona again. Neymar is brought crashing to the ground. They'll welcome all these free kicks. If they can draw fouls from the Sevilla defenders, it'll be playing right into their hands. Krychowiak was the guilty man there. Just drop to the ground, take a while to get up, take the free kick, use the time up.
I mean, Neymar tonight, he's been quiet. He hasn't really had one of his better games, but what he has done, when he's got the ball on the count, he's run with it, and with the 10 men, he's just sort of been countlessly running with it. 7 or 8 runs. Sometimes he gets a free kick, sometimes he doesn't, but his attitudes, sometimes when people think that these flair players don't have that other side of the game where you do sometimes need to dig deep and work hard, he's shown that side of his game tonight, which has surprised me.
Yeah, here's Iniesta finding Neymar. Neymar's got Iniesta on the overlap, plays it back to him. Iniesta just jinks into the box, dinks it in, chance for Neymar, and the header is held by Rico. That would have ended it completely as a contest. Neymar peeling away, was unmarked at the far post. Not enough power though on the header, and Sergio Rico, who's been much the busier of the 2 goalkeepers, makes another fairly comfortable save. Sevilla, less than 3 minutes left. The ball by Koke to Vitolo has been much quieter in the last half an hour or so than he was certainly in the first half. He looked like he might create something. We've hardly seen anything of Llorente since he came on.
It's more of like Kopolianka as well. They've just not really produced in the second half. Sevilla
trying to now though down the right-hand flank, but it's a poor cross which is intercepted by the goal scorer Jordi Alba, who plays it up towards Neymar, and Neymar finds Messi. Suddenly there might be a counter-attack here. Messi has a look ahead of him. He's not in a full burst of acceleration, but he's trying to find Sergio Busquets, who again, rather like Mature earlier, has tropped up bizarrely as a centre forward, and the quick ball out has given perhaps Sevilla the chance with Llorente to get something going, but it's a poor ball by him, which is nodded away by Alba, cleared by Iniesta up towards halfway. Back it comes from Sevilla, but it was a push in the back on Neymar, and Adil Rami's having his say with the referee. I think he is one of the players who has been booked for Sevilla. It's actually Rami, Escudero, Iborra, Krychowiak, Vitolo and Konoplyanka who've all been yellow carded. So we are now up to 10. We're just watching another replay of Neymar's header. A good direction, but not enough power.
It was always difficult in the Iniesta. Again, the man instigating everything. It was a wonderfully flighted ball into the box, but it was always difficult for Neymar to get any real power past Sergio Rico in the goal. So it was always a comfortable height for the goalkeeper.
Well, we're in the final minute of the 120. Barcelona are going to make a third and final substitution just for this, what they hope is the denouement of this victory. I think it's Jordi Alba, the man who got the goal, who's coming off and is going to be replaced by Sergi Roberto, player who joined Barcelona at the age of 14. He's made a good few appearances this season, mainly off the bench, and Jordi Alba's getting a warm round of applause. It looks like he's going to be the goal hero, the unlikely goal hero for Barcelona, as the 24-year-old Sergi Roberto gets a taste of the 2016 Copa del Rey final, which is now 120 minutes old. It's just a question now of how much is added on. Ball is with Rafinha for Barca, who finds Messi. Messi over on the near side of the field. Hasn't scored this time, did in the previous 3 finals, but he won't mind a bit. As long as he gets another medal round his neck, it'll be his 4th. As he rolls to the ground, it's another yellow card. Carica, they can't... It's easier to name the Sevilla players who haven't been booked than the ones who have. Amazingly, none of them have had 2 yellow cards, but they're in danger here of... well, that is the second for Carico, and he's gone. He's picked up 2 in the space of a couple of seconds, because he hadn't been booked before. No. He's been booked initially for the foul, and then he said too much to the referee, and he's gone. So that's the 3rd sending off of the final, and surely with it, Sevilla's final hope is gone. He fouled Messi over the top of the ball, through him. That was a booking, and then stupidly he turned round, told the referee what he thought of him, and Carlos del Cerro Grande produced another yellow followed by a red, and that's the 2nd Sevilla player to be sent off.
And now it's really his game over. I think it's just frustrating. You feel he won the ball, but it's the way you go into the challenge, and he went over the top of the ball. He caught Messi quite badly, and then afterwards he got his yellow card, and then all of a sudden the centre afterwards then leads to a red card.
Well, it's 10 against 9 now, so for quite a lot of the game Barcelona were a man down. It's now Sevilla who are a man down, and here's Messi looking to put the sheen on the final. Finds Rafinha, edge of the box, plays a square ball to Lionel Messi. Maybe he's going to get his final goal again. It's Messi. Oh, he's tucked it in beautifully. Chance, goal! That is it! It's all wrapped up by Neymar in the 122nd minute with a 2nd goal for Barcelona. Brilliantly set up, as was the first by Lionel Messi, and Barcelona have won the Copa del Rey for the 2nd season running, and have won the double for the 2nd season running. It's Barcelona 2, Sevilla 0, game over.
Yeah, it certainly is game over now, and Neymar certainly deserves that. The Barcelona bench are out celebrating.
Neymar, who scored in the final 12 months ago against Athletic Bilbao, has done so again. He held his line brilliantly, put through by Messi, and it was beautifully tucked into the corner by the Brazilian, who puts the icing on the cake for Barcelona in this Copa del Rey final with a stylish 2nd goal, and that is the one that seals it.
Yeah, he certainly deserved it, the Brazilian, tonight. He's worked tirelessly, not necessarily having his best game on the ball, but he certainly deserved that. And Messi again on the edge of the box, he went to pass it, put his foot on top of it, then went again, slid a little through, but I don't know what Rami was doing, trying to play offside there, and he's taken it brilliantly, and I think they've deserved it, Barcelona. They really have over the course of the game.
Yeah, I would agree. There's just going to be enough time for Sevilla to kick off, but it's a forlorn situation for them now. We're into the last of 4 minutes to be added on. Llorente tries to control the ball inside the Barcelona box, but it goes behind. Luis Enrique, treble winner last season, double winner this season, an incredible achievement. The Barcelona flags waving all around the ground. Unai Emery, well, it's the first time that he's tasted defeat in a cup final with Sevilla. They'd won the previous 7, and here's a possibility of a 3rd goal with Rafinha trying to set up Neymar at the far post. It was overhit by Rafinha, but as a result Neymar was not able to get a touch. But that is it. Barcelona, the final whistle blows. They've done it again, a double-double for the Catalan kings of Spanish football. They needed extra time. Jordi Alba getting the first goal in the 97th minute. from Lionel Messi's ball over the top, guiding the ball inside the post, and then Neymar with literally seconds left onto another Messi pass to tuck it into the corner. They've done what they did last season. They've done the domestic double. Final thoughts from Adam Virgo.
Well, I think over the course of the 90 minutes in extra time, Barcelona certainly deserved it. You saw a different side of them tonight when they went down to 10 men, when Mascherano went off. Gerard Piqué was absolutely superb tonight. He put his body on the line. He won every single header. He got block after block after block. And then when you got Messi and Neymar in that final third, you know you can always get a goal. Sevilla slightly disappointed tonight. I just feel they didn't quite capitalise with the 11 men in that second half. But congratulations to Barcelona, and it's a well-deserved double.
It certainly is. Celebrations all around the Vicente Calderón Stadium in Madrid. Yet again, it's Barcelona who will be lifting the Copa del Rey, their 28th triumph in this competition, and a record 8th double in Spanish football. They've done what Paris Saint-Germain did. They've done what Bayern Munich did. They've done what Juventus did yesterday, and as tears well up in the eyes of the Sevilla players, Barcelona are celebrating a domestic double. They have won the Copa del Rey in extra time. It finished Barcelona 2, Sevilla 0.